Okay, now we're live. We're live. Hello, everyone. We're late, but that's not anyone's fault.
Hello.
Okay. So, what do we remember about the last time we played? Because it was a while ago, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, almost.
Nothing went wrong. Nothing bad happened.
Everything was fine.
That was the duel was last time, right?
Yeah.
The duel of the fates.
The very normal duel.
It was very normal.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, it was
normal.
pretty normal for them.
We didn't win, but that was good because otherwise we'd have to get to war. So
You'd have to
So,
march
in a way, we did
file.
win.
You'd have to march in a single file line into heavy infantry, which would have been pretty bad.
my new theory of democracy is what happened there is that you do a fight, and if you don't lose, and if you lose, then you don't have to march single file into the battlefield.
What you?
I mean, I'll happily fight Keir Starmer for leadership of the
The
UK.
right of to lead the UK. Yeah, it might be just. To be honest, it might well save us from marching single file into a war.
Yeah.
So Keir Starmer picking up a grey tax and be like, John Duncan, if I win, we will go to war with Iran.
I'm putting you on notice, and by on notice, on notice is what I call my sword.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets to choose a great axe, I'm choosing a gun.
Yeah, right. Like, why are we so limited in our imaginations? You know.
It's a sensible centrist option is to pick the grey tax.
I will sensibly engage in single combat with the Ayatollah. Oh no!
I would genuinely pay to see that. If that's how
the
this ends.
Ayatollah's like 82 years old. I don't know how it's gonna go.
You could still take Keir Starmer. I still believe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there are multiple Ayatollahs, but the one we mean is 82.
You started to fight the Ayatollah. As soon as he dies, another one takes his place.
Getting caught out on a legal technicality the Keir Starmer way.
Yeah, I love the Ayatollah character in Super Smash Bros. Where you just tag out the different Ayatollahs and each have different special moves.
He's like Bowser Jr. He's got the little fucking.
Oh no. Okay. Also,
Sorry, we got out of track so quickly.
Barb, you also got a genie, if you remember. A genie.
I did get a genie.
Etif, the djinn, who was very
Etif.
helpful. Well, he was helpful.
He was
actually.
helpful.
Yeah,
He was nice.
He was cordial and helpful, which is suspicious, but you know.
I mean, I rolled well, and also I said I'd free him, so I think that helped.
Yeah. Also, I've dropped some food on the floor, so I'm gonna eat it off the floor.
I've written here in my notes, following my meeting with Etif the genie. Number 1, acquire sexy and evil body to transfer soul into for wish 2. So that's one way that this might go.
Sexy and evil.
Yes, because remember we were talking about sexy villainesses.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Or-
for some reason, bizarrely, that seems to be the thing that happens in this campaign. No one can speculate as to why, but...
Or I hear, as our dear Dungeon Master told us last time, there is a sexy, which you did not say, but we filled in the gaps, red knight god that is subservient to Tempus. And I believe she'll give me a new body.
I will point out that you have no basis on which to believe that. You have fully just contrived that on your own as the character.
Yep. Yep.
If we find a goddess and sexually harass her, maybe she'll make your body.
Please do not do that.
Stated cross on the table from the goddess.
No, we can't do this. We cannot do this. You can't do this to me, everyone. Come on. Also,
We're on a quest for the guy, right, as well. We're on a quest for the champion.
You haven't actually decided what exactly you're doing just yet. You didn't quite decide yet, so you decided to meet in the morning because you did spread rumours of him being a bit of a lightweight, and so the camp devolved into Nottingham on a Friday night. Because as you'll recall, the halflings were trying to do cool tricks and ended up hurting each other, and everyone was very drunk. Which I think is a very good time to sort of bring us back into the game, where you are waking up as the sun sort of filters through your yurt that he's put up, and you hear the sounds of what sounds like someone getting flogged outside of your tent.
No, not ideal.
Is this like consensual flogging?
Well, judging from the ow, no, it doesn't sound. It sounds like someone very hungover is being flogged right now.
Oh. Okay.
And you can
It'd
hear...
still be a sex thing, but we'll find out.
And you hear sort of faintly, for the crime of attempting to steal the Champion of Tempus' sword for, and I quote, a sick trick that is going to totally impress you, we are flogging this soldier 27 times. And there's just... you just hit... ow. Ow.
Do we hear a little bit of...
I'm Johnny Knoxville, welcome to Jackass.
Yeah, like...
I mean... Shall we watch?
I mean, I like how that's what I've enticed you to do. I was like, Art would be familiar with this mode of punishment because of your days in the army, but Barb, oddly, not so much. But you don't have your memories. Well, you do have your memories from your warfare, but...
Why not watch? I'll put down my diplomatic community scroll.
Yes,
which I have.
You do have one, but yeah.
Just in case he wants diplomatic immunity for this, I'll put it in my bag.
Okay.
And we can go watch.
Okay, is everyone going to watch the flogging?
Sure.
I suppose.
Okay.
You're not a fan of flogging, Angrif?
Like...
For religious purposes.
My favourite punishment.
Yeah. They had much
you
better...
don't like to do work on your time off.
Yeah, that's... So what you see is this halfling tied to a post, sort of shirt taken off, as it's clearly one of the mill houses, like one of the sort of like subordinate officers of the champion just flogs his back. And, like,
Angrif turns to everyone and says, if any of you get weird about this, I'm leaving.
Well, you see what happens when you're ill-disciplined now, don't you? And the person who's like lecturing them, the like mid-level military officer, is clearly also hungover. And is like clinging on for dear life to his to his clothes a little bit, like, yeah, you see, I didn't do anything wrong.
It's like a flogging that's not that bad because he's like,
Yeah, he's like, he can only really muster the like power in the hips for the whipping, like every like third whip. So it's...
It's got like a whip like those jazz drumsticks. They're just like soft and feathered on the end.
Yeah. But yeah, you. This is the first time you've seen the champion discipline his soldiers since you've come, because they've generally been pretty well behaved up until this point.
Yeah. Until we arrived.
Yeah, until you arrived. And after a while, after a few more flogs, the soldier is untied, gets his sort of like shirt back, and just sort of scurries away. Like, yeah, let that be a lesson to everyone. Don't steal the champion's sword, otherwise you get flogged. Also,
words to live by.
Yeah. Yes.
But like, how sick would the trick have been?
Well, you don't know. You can imagine a lot of things. Considering this sword was used to defeat Angrif, it would probably be pretty sick.
That does sound pretty sick.
Yeah. But you
could try it.
But you remember the things that the halflings were doing outside of your tent, where they were mocking the fight. They were doing like a mock version of the fight and ended up knocking the other one's eye with the
Yeah, that might not have been a good idea.
Yeah. So you do remember that, crucially.
Hmm.
I mean, you only need one of your eyes.
Yeah. That's not really the main issue. But you notice around the camp, everyone is moving just like a bit slower. They're moving a bit slower than usual as they're walking around. They're not really in a rush to get anywhere. But because it was raining the night before, it is also very humid. So they're having just the worst hangover ever.
I just can't escape reality at this point.
I know.
What you've done is painted a picture and evoked in me the memory of Tea in the Park 2012, the wettest tea in the park in history.
Oh no.
And the last tea in the park for related reasons.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Is it too early to visit the champion then? Should we?
Probably could.
I mean, who doesn't want to have breakfast with us?
It's true. He's like our best friend here, in that he's the only person we know.
Yeah. Maybe he'll introduce us to some other, like, movers and shakers. Like the cool group of the of the camp.
I am remembering he wanted us to go through the forest and like harry the
Oh
other
yeah,
army
we gotta
for
kill
him, right?
someone or something. Yeah. Okay.
So we should probably catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
Elfin, are you okay? You hungover?
No.
Yeah, none of you got too drunk. So, like, none of you are subjected to a Constitution saving throw for the purposes of this. You are the only not hungover people, it seems, in this entire camp.
Fucking
Fine. I don't remember what being hungover is like. I'm not looking forward to remembering, so we're good.
Oh yeah, is the genie walking around you, or is he still in the lamp?
Was he not dressed?
Yeah,
Was he not dressed as like a normal person?
He was dressed as like what I would describe as a date merchant. To be honest,
I wouldn't put him back in. I wouldn't put him back in if he didn't want to be. So if he doesn't want to go back in, he could just stay out.
Okay, well he is back in. He did go back in for the night, so you do have to rub the lamp to summon him again. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, him and Helgato can hang out at the tent. I'm sure they've got stuff to catch up on.
Okay, I didn't. Sure. You've left this like pudgy date merchant from the east with this cat. I'm sure they have.
Okay, no, actually no, because I remembered last night we almost let slip that we had a lamp.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it on me. I don't want to get robbed.
Yeah, because you don't want to waste your wishes. You know, you don't want to lose them to someone else. Okay, so you go into the champion's tent. You see the usual 2 guards standing there. They're doing their best to not look hungover. They're kind of leaning a bit heavier on their spears than usual.
Yeah.
Just eyeing you up, and they're like, "Yeah, just go in. Don't ask. Just go in."
Is that bad, eh?
It's been a while since any of us have really been allowed to go for it like that, so I took advantage.
I crack open an ancient pickle jar from my jacket and offer them one.
Yeah, they each take the ancient pickle.
I was not expecting that. I was thinking they'd throw up, but good luck.
As you walk in, you hear the like pop of them biting into the pickle, and then just like
what vinegar was that?
It's just old.
It used to be wine.
You see the champion just kind of spots you and starts shuffling papers around on his desk. Like, hi, yes. Did you sleep well?
Was he just presenting the news?
Yeah. Hi, I'm the champion of Tempus. News at 10 for you. It's all fucked, actually.
More war and war.
Yeah, it turns out that there are at least 2 wars happening. Couldn't give you a more specific number, but at least 2.
We've always been at war with Iran. I'm reading.
Yeah.
It's war.
It's war.
Oh, he spots. He's like, I hope the festivities outside didn't stop you from sleeping, but yeah.
Don't worry, they did.
They did. Yeah. They didn't fuck with any of your stuff or anything, or like disturb you directly. They were just loud, right? I don't want to have to flog more people, but I will if I have to.
Nothing we're not used to. They were fine.
Okay.
Yeah, they were chill.
He has like a big goblet of water. You just take like a huge sip of water. Right. So I believe last night we agreed that I would help you find your Lucullus Rufus character. Help lure him out, and you would just help us out here a little bit. And I think it will probably lure them out anyway, because I'm going to try and force them to negotiate with me face to face, and then you can kill them there, because I'm not going to accept any deal they offer. So you can more or less just have your pick of them at that point, how you kill them.
Cool.
Yeah. But we need to lure them out, and one of the first things I want you to do, or at least ask you to do, is to harass some of their foraging parties. They're starting to send them deeper and deeper into the forests, and I don't want them doing that. And I want them to be scared of doing that. And I count at least 3 magic users here. So gestures to you as 3 magic users. I don't want you to kill them. I need some of them to escape so they can tell the camp what happened.
So just injure or just mildly irritate them?
Shock and awe. You know, you can injure some. You can kill some, but some have to survive.
Eldritch Blast the door.
That could work.
I think we need to do more than an alarm clock, Elephant. Come on.
Does anyone have like major image where you can make it look like there's like a bunch of us and then we can fire off some spells and stuff like that?
Let me look at my spells.
Because here's the thing what I'm good at. Sneaking up and killing people quietly.
You don't go in loud.
Yeah.
I have a lot of thunder-based spells that are extremely loud and disturbing. So, as long as I don't have them all within range, we should be good.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah. I also have one that will destroy their minds. I'm supposing you don't want that.
No, let's not destroy minds. Let's not blow their
You could
minds.
destroy a couple minds.
I mean,
and then that's quite fun because then you can be like, look what they did, and it's like,
is that
I agree. I agree with that.
is that what that's like?
What?
Okay.
I've never seen it, so I just assume.
What? Sorry.
Okay. The champion just again shuffles through his papers, looks down for like a moment too long. It's like, okay, that sounds fine. There's a halfling who can guide you through the forest to the right sort of area. He'll be waiting for you at the northern edge of the camp. Arzen's his name. He'll take you out. He is also not Arzen.
Arzen.
Yeah. He's also not hungover. I'm reliably informed.
Not been Arzen about, has he?
No. But yeah, unless there's something else you want to discuss or need or anything of that sort, you can leave at your leisure. Basically, I don't have any particular time by which this will need to be done. It's just, you can.
May I ask you something, Champion?
Sure.
You know, you're in communication with Tempus, right?
In a way, yes. Not like I don't like talk to him face to face or anything.
More like letters.
You like the
kind of.
Does he answer you back?
You get a sense of what he wishes from you. Surely Angrif would know how that works.
Angrif doesn't like to talk to us about religious stuff because he doesn't think we understand. And to be fair, we don't.
Yeah, it's definitely got nothing to do with my -1 on religion.
We have asked before.
Yeah, he says, I think he says GOD, and then he looks knowingly and then walks away.
It did summon a dog once, we were very confused. But what I was going to ask is, if you're in contact with Tempus, do you also have contact with his hot younger sister?
Oh, fucking Christ.
The question, the way that was phrased, he sort of looks at you very confused, like, I have no clue who or what you're referring to.
You know the Red Knight?
Okay, well, first of all, you should read a book, because it's his adopted daughter, not his sister.
Yeah, jot that down.
Yeah, jot that down. I love that you're explaining his religion to him and have explained it wrong, so now you have to sit through this horrible conversation.
I'm doing the equivalent of like trying to explain, like having read like the Marvel stories and trying to talk expertise in mythology.
Yeah,
yeah, you know Loki, the alien from Norse mythology.
The giant.
Yeah, you know the one with the Tesseract.
Yeah. So it's like, right, but I'm not a paladin or cleric or priest of the Red Knight. You would need to find someone like that to communicate with.
They need to be explicitly dedicated to her.
Yeah, because she has her own followers and stuff. There are plenty of temples and stuff in cities where that was the done thing. There might still be believers in that around.
Do her and her dad not talk anymore?
Well, they do talk, I assume. I don't know. I don't live in... I'm not dead. I don't know.
There's some family business to sort out. Okay. All right. I'll take that on board. But if they ever ask you about family counselling, I would like to get in the middle.
That's unethical.
Yeah, and also, like, he's just, like, looks so confused as to as to what it is exactly you're trying to get at here. He really just doesn't understand what's happening.
Great, you look confused. Let me break it down. I would like to speak to the Red Knight.
Okay.
I was hoping to get a lead from you, and you have given me that by explaining that there are cults of her. That's great. If you happen to know how to get in touch with her, please let me know.
Well, I mean, one of the best bets would be to just go to Warrior's Rest in Limbo, but that would mean, traversing the plains and such. That's a pretty direct way to solve the problem.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't, because that would be blasphemous of me to set foot in Warrior's Rest before I died, but,
I do know someone who could do that for us, but I'm afraid the price would be possibly catastrophic. So I'll think about it.
Are you going to ask the genie for her phone number?
No. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about Rosie.
No, nothing that weird.
Yeah, nothing that
No.
weird. I was going to contact the weird witch lady who has a sex dome dimension as to how to get in touch with the...
Dear Genie, I wish to communicate a message to the Red Knight. You
are...
Dear Genie, can you get me on the Red Knight's close friends Instagram list?
Yeah, what are we going to rizz up the Red Knight? What's happening here?
Barb doesn't come up with plans, so this is as well as we're doing.
But yeah, there are... if anything, the course of helping me, I might well send you to a city where her worship was quite common, so you might well get in touch with people who know that sort of thing. Just depends on how well you manage some of the other stuff.
Great, got it. I will destroy their brains, and I'll come back to you.
You hear the skepticism. The hangover is going and the skepticism's kicking in.
I like the idea that the three of us are just sitting silently, just confused as hell as well.
Yeah. Who knows what's happening?
Bob's going to turn to you guys, just I'm going to help. Okay? Why are you looking at me like that?
Shall we kill some folk? Come on.
No, not kill. You got to leave some alive.
Yeah, I said some.
Kill some.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, I just want to be very clear and explicit, because, mistakes can happen.
Yeah, light murder.
Not with us. We nothing bad can happen.
We've never done anything wrong.
I walk out the door.
That's the note you leave it on. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, you're off out. So, Art's left. The three of you are just standing there as has departed on that very strong note, very confident note.
If you say enough, it's true.
I think in character, the Barb would probably just run after Art.
Okay.
Just like a pathetic little dog.
Oh no! Angrif and Elfin just standing there in front of the champion. He's like, well, good luck with those two.
Yeah, sorry they're like this.
I'm used to it. I've been in this camp for a year. There's a lot of very strange people out there.
You're telling me?
My favourite thing about this is that Angrif thinks he's normal.
Yeah.
Angrif is the most normal member of Team Normal.
Yeah, but that's in comparison.
Of all the members of Team Normal, I would be the least perturbed to meet Angrif at the pub.
You would say that, but then 10 minutes in, he'd talk about murdering everyone through over vengeance.
Which you have plenty of time to talk about on your road trip. Okay, Angrif, Elfin, are you going out after Art then?
I feel like we've been bounced into it, I guess.
To be fair, I am also like that.
Okay, you follow after...
Everyone leaves an Elfin is just standing there, unsure what to do.
Okay, you regroup outside the champion's tent. You do spot the puddle of sick from the guard, who did not handle his pickle very well at all. Yeah, you're just hanging out through... The camp is beginning to pick up. Everyone's sort of working through the hangovers now. The camp is beginning to pick up a little bit. You do hear
all the plastic cups from the night before are being tidied up.
Yeah. All of the tankards are being collected.
The red solo tankards.
Yeah. You hear you hear more flogging happening. You just hear like
This time it sounds pretty consensual, though.
Yeah, the charges inappropriate fraternization with a superior officer. Also planning to steal the champion's sword, which again we really need to stop doing, just as a general thing. He's just like, this Millhouse is really given to some additional commentary as the punishment is doled out. He's like, and I really can't believe there are 37 of you here for trying to steal the sword. I really can't believe it's that many.
You.
Yeah.
How bad are they all at stealing shit if it's like 36 people?
Yeah, like at least like who knows how many didn't get caught but still fucked it, right? Like,
Are you winning single file?
yeah, that was how they got caught. They just went in single file.
You to fuck with his sword.
Yeah.
So did any of us get directions?
North.
Oh yeah,
North. Did.
north end of camp.
Yep.
There's a guy called a.
Arson.
I guess we'll just go there and shout his name.
There's no need to do that, because as you walk up north, you do spot this incredibly non-hungover looking halfling, just equipped with a simple bow and a walking stick. Kind of spots you. He's like, "Hi, you're the champion's new friends, right?"
Yes.
Friends.
I
Well,
would call us that.
Yeah, friends.
Well, it was a very good sparring match you had with him. He sort of addresses Angrif specifically.
offering.
It was very entertaining. We don't really get to see him fight like that very often. It was interesting.
I'm glad you're entertained.
Yeah, well...
He doesn't usually lose.
Well, you know, the champion is very good at it, so I wouldn't feel too bad. Right, you wanted to harass some... He just sort of delivers the backhanded compliment and moves on. You wanted to harass some of the foraging parties from the Sovereignty, right?
Yes, even though I don't like wanted and harass in the same segment, same sentence. Yes, that's what we want.
Well, unfortunately, it's the sentence structure I chose, so we're gonna have to live with it. Every character's gonna be like this today. I think the heat has like seared my brain in this way, and now every character's gonna talk like this. So I hope everyone's okay with that. It's like it'll take us about a day to get to the part of the forest where they're foraging from. So I can help guide us through any obvious traps or really just sort of avoid the worst of the dangers in the forest.
Sure.
All right, have you got everything you need?
Oh, do we pick up the petrol soup? We can go get some more.
Can we not?
Do we have food supplies?
You have food supplies. You have
Okay.
In the bag of holding. You have effectively deep frozen a bunch of choice supplies.
I picked up a continental breakfast in the mess hall on the way over.
Yeah, yeah. It's weird. It's weird for a guerrilla warfare outfit. They have really good food.
Great selection of muffins.
Yeah,
I'll turn up and she'll be like, "Oh, croissant."
Yeah,
It's a fucking Radisson Blue war camp. What's happening?
There's a couple small yogurt packets.
It's
nice.
it's the Skinner bit where he's like talking about the food the Viet Cong fed him, and he's like, "I can't find it." Like, I'm going mad. Right.
Fine. Then yes.
Okay. Then just follow me. Try and keep up. I know the forest's a little too well, so if I'm going too fast, just tell me to slow down. And you see,
Do we have Helcato with us? Because I think we left him at the tent.
Do you want to bring him with you?
Yeah, fuck it. He's magic.
Okay, Helgato is there
He
with
never
you.
helps though.
He's magic.
He very deliberately doesn't help.
Yeah, but like, you know,
He rides
if
up
they
on
report,
he rides up on Art's shoulder.
yeah, they report that like, if the people report that we've got a demon cat with them, that's pretty fucking baller.
That's true.
So Arzin is leading the way through the forest for you, and he's just let's see how well he actually does at guiding you. Yeah, you're making your way quite easily through the forest. Kind of. So where are you folks from? None of you really look like the kind of person who'd be at the champion's camp.
And yet
Angrif's from the region, aren't you, Angrif?
I was gonna say, like, I'm literally from here, aren't I?
Well,
Yeah, he seems like he should be here.
Well, we didn't know that there were other people who worship Tempus that left, or at least people who could channel the power the same way.
Well, certainly less than there used to be.
He's sort of very deliberately not prying. He's like, and you, Construct? Strange clothes.
Yeah, I'm from the Knee-High Empire. Not anymore. I came from the island, actually, so I've been all over the place.
The island. Oh, God. Are you from the island?
One of them.
Oh, no.
We all found our way there eventually, so I suppose in a manner of speaking.
Yeah. She's from Michael Bay's The Island.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Our friend Elfin's from basically the Fort Boyard of the island. It's just off the coast. You know, people do game shows there.
Yeah. She looks confused at the
I'm supposing she don't tell us where she's from.
Oh, well, that's, she doesn't have to tell you if she doesn't want to.
Hey, shut up.
You see, he has actually collected the Sanctuary being. Hey, and what about you? Do you never bathe?
What?
He's not even asking where you're from. Don't you wash?
Yeah.
Are you crowd working us? What is going on?
What's everyone do for work here? Anyone a doctor?
He's gonna
He's
become.
an oil. Is he a sardine?
Everyone, I mean, like, we're in a fucking military camp. What do you mean, do I bathe? Did you not see the state of everything around you?
Like, look, people still manage their personal hygiene in these situations.
I'm fine.
Watch this, Bob says. And she uses prestidigitation to get some of
Oh no!
Is this fucking guy going to be like, people actually have a very common misconception about people in the Middle Ages.
Still,
We're going to get a little history lecture. I quite like that.
yeah. Sort of turns his attention back to the path and keeps leading you on. We'll have to camp at some point today, so I hope you brought some camping supplies, would you?
Yeah, I didn't bring a portable shower, if that's okay.
Oh, well, I'll make sure we camp near a stream.
Yeah. Good.
You're gonna drown.
How are you then? Where are you from, since you're interested? And what's your name?
Yeah, when was the last time you bathed?
You know my name, it's Arzin.
I'm terrible with names.
Yeah. And also...
Yeah, you need a little badge.
From one of the halfling villages inside this forest. We live in little clearings that we make and just sort of generally keep to ourselves. We don't really like to get involved in the affairs of tall folk, but...
Is it because you rubbed them the wrong way?
It depends. We like to be left alone, but sometimes you can't be left alone, So you have to get
Has
involved.
the sovereignty been bothering you when they've been harassing this area?
Oh yeah, they sent some really horrible looking elf woman in to demand money from us, and then we killed her. So that didn't, because we don't have money. We just sort of brew beer and eat food and live in nice houses. We don't really
What happens if you don't give her money?
Well, we assumed that she would send soldiers in, so we thought it would be better if they thought she went missing, instead of go back and tell them we didn't pay.
And by horrible looking, do you mean like mean, or
Mean,
are you just not just ugly?
No, just mean.
Yeah. Well, we
What
could
I'm
never
hearing,
This fucking uggo just kept turning up.
Yeah, just very judgmental halfling. So yeah, I guess he would kind of be like that.
what I'm hearing is that there's beer in this forest.
Oh yeah, famously.
Famously.
I mean,
What's the name of your beer?
Weren't you in the camp last night?
Oh yeah, yes we were.
Oh yes.
That was you.
Well, no. I don't partake so much because I knew I had to have my wits about me today, but others were not so wise and so ended up getting flogged.
You said that with a tone of a little bit too smart.
Hey, I'd rather not be flogged than flogged.
There is a little bit of curtain twitchiness to hobbits sometimes. You have to
Yeah.
Yeah, the definition of Little Englander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I reported them to the mill houses. Actually, that's why everyone's getting flogged right now.
I actually reported 37 people last night.
Yeah.
Personal record.
Yeah. Public drunkenness is unacceptable. You should do it in a pub or in your house, you know?
Yeah.
So he keeps leading you through, and he stops suddenly. Then he sort of rubs his eyes a bit. And like, God, I'm really sorry. He just sort of sits down on a log, and then just starts sneezing over and over and over again. And one of the times he sneezes so hard, he just falls back off the log he sat on. And he just lands on his back.
What is with this guy? What is this fucking deal? Jesus Christ.
I'm really sorry. Allergies. I have allergies.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Well, does someone need to give this guy an antihistamine?
I was gonna say, where's that spell?
Are we being guided through the forest by someone who's so allergic to it, it knocks him over?
Yeah.
Either that or this is a signal to someone else. I'd like to do a perception check.
Okay. Roll a perception.
Okay, that
What
wasn't
are you?
great.
What are you
13.
What are you looking for specifically? Be a bit more specific.
Well, he's making a lot of noise. I want to know if it's attracting anyone.
Yeah.
If there's anyone between the trees or watching us.
Okay. You don't spot anyone watching you.
Can I try an insight to see if this is a real bout of sneezing?
Yes.
Or some fucking lying bullshit?
You may.
Or
You
just
may
lying.
do.
His sneezes lies.
Yeah.
I love the idea that this guy is so good at lying that he's able to fake a sneeze convincingly.
Maybe he got some thing to his nose, put some pepper in his nose or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
13.
It seems genuine. It seems odd to think that someone would fake a sneezing fit like this.
I don't know. I don't like this guy's vibe. I bet he's got a bowl cut.
He's got a bowl cut. Sure, he's got a bowl cut. Why not?
His haircut just changes as he sneezes.
Yeah, he comes back up with the bowl cut. Ugh. Sorry about that.
Do you need us to help you? Do you need some air?
No, I'm fine. He pulls himself up and grabs his staff. Sorry, just some flowers in the forest do that to me. I normally know to avoid them because of where they grow, but I guess they might be growing in a new area. I'm sorry.
What type of flowers are these? Are these magical flowers?
Gestures at these sort of delightful purple and black flowers that are growing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. They're really pretty, but not great for me. Starts leading you back away from them.
Do we recognize these flowers?
They're not like anything unique or special. They're just like a type of flower that grows in this region. It's not like it's not like a magic flower. It's not a flower that's gonna, they're very pretty. You could pick them and give them to someone, and they'd probably like them. But
apart from this guy,
don't give them to this guy.
I'm gonna pick them ready for the Red Knight.
Yeah. Oh.
Get some,
oh my god.
What is?
I think this might be the definition of coming on strong.
Yeah. Like, what?
It's on here and she's ugly. It's fine.
I posted the art of her in the, and then you were
did.
immediately like, yeah, okay. Like immediately, I was just like, it was the fastest response I ever got on this Discord.
You cannot show me an armored woman and expect me not to react like that.
She's wearing a face mask. You don't know what she looks like.
I don't care.
The mask
Leave
stays.
the mask on.
The mask stays on. Yeah.
What is going on with women? Good God.
I go to Elf and I say, maybe we should keep Angrif Jr. away from him, just in case it makes him worse.
Oh, you think it's going to be a bad influence?
No, it's sneezing. The cat hair.
I don't think he has any actual real hair.
Yeah, he's a like a spiritual summoning type deal.
Yeah.
It's not like real cat hair.
The one true dander-free cat.
Yeah.
I turn to Helgato, and assuming the same thing.
Don't look at me. I don't have real fur either.
What's your fur made from?
Mostly demonic scales.
Okay, then you're fine.
Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also,
Some of
like,
it
just
is
because
human-
you're allergic
some
to
of it is
flowers
human
doesn't mean you're
skin.
allergic to cats.
He sort of continues. Some of it is human skin I repurposed.
So I've got a mate who's his wife used to have a horse, and he
Oh no.
couldn't go down to help out with the horse because he was allergic. And years later, when my mate was like, "Oh, we should get a dog," she thought that meant. She thought that because he was allergic to the horse, they couldn't get a dog because he'd be allergic to that as well. I was like, what is the connection?
I can't be in a room with guinea pigs or Siamese cats because I am so allergic to them I will have an asthma attack and die.
Jesus.
Specifically
Oh,
Siamese
fuck.
cats. Jesus.
Yeah. But, you know, Anton the cat's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, so if I'm ever found dead and there's a guinea pig or a Siamese cat in the room, it was an assassination.
Oh no.
Very Sherlock Holmes setup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so he leads you away from the flowers that caused the sneezing fit, and you notice the sun is beginning to set, and he has, as promised, found a stream. Like, see? A stream. For hygiene purposes. Looks at Art again.
Yeah.
Maybe you should wash your eyes out, my man.
Yeah, I'm on it. He starts rinsing his eyes.
Yeah. Art pisses just upstream.
He notices and stops washing his face. He's like, come on.
Oh, is that unhygienic for you?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. What do you think it would be?
Yeah.
I read it was sterile.
What? What are you reading?
They have a lot of strange books in the Knee-High Empire. Don't ask it.
Reading the knee-high book Piss Monthly. Like, what?
It's one of the few accepted publications by the prince.
Yeah.
Oh, you're subscribed to PM?
I knew.
That's the one about all the missiles they have, and there's Piss Monthly.
Yeah. There's the one that says we have hypersonic missiles, and then Piss Monthly. And then there's
Dear small folk, we have developed hypersonic.
Yes. Did
Yeah.
the small folk violate knee-high airspace?
I hate when you're in the dentist waiting room and all they fucking got is Piss Monthly.
Yeah.
I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I'm gonna look for Piss Monthly at the dentist.
It's probably in Shit Weekly.
No, you've reminded me of the thing where there was like average number of times someone takes a shit a week by country. But,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. That can't be
no, that's
real.
not real because it's like number of UNESCO heritage sites actually.
Right.
But like initially I was like, we need to have a serious conversation about the number
Yeah.
of times people are shitting in the UK if that's even close to the average. Because it was like 38 per week in the UK. I was like, no, just no.
Yeah.
Not even. Like, I just refuse to believe anyone had enough time in the week to shit that many times.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the lack of time.
Yeah, that's
we
it,
need to cut down the working week so we can crank
shit
up
more.
the shit
Yeah,
hours.
we need to get back into the shit factor, everyone. That's what I'm saying.
Who's doing a Zoom call on the toilet?
3 hours for work, 5 hours for rest,
8 hours for shit.
Yeah, that's it.
18 hours for
Yeah.
shitting, or 16 hours for shitting.
That's it.
Yeah.
We can
Sharing your stream while you're on the toilet.
God. Okay. So, it is now night. You set up the camp. A fire is going. Arzen's just sitting there. Well, kind of looking up at the sky. Just having a big sip from a water skin he has. And just looking very comfy. Out in the warm evening.
Do you have names for these constellations that are different to what we know from your halfling village?
Oh. Huh. Well. So he sort of points to a set of stars, just sort of kind of obscured behind the sort of ring the planet has around it. It's like, we call that the Great Dome. Because it looks like...
Oh,
Yeah. But that's what they call the particular... And then we call that what is it in common that you would call it? I guess the nicest way to put it would be like the ascent of the dead. I guess it's kind of like the big like bright thing in the sky pointing to the ring system. It's like that's like where we believe people go when they die on their way to like their final resting place.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Art's watching him say all this stuff and just like scowling at him.
He just doesn't like this.
I just don't like his vibe.
Yeah. He
To be fair,
doesn't.
the vibes are fucked.
And how far is this place from your village?
Here, probably a good couple of days walk, assuming I don't find any
Big
flowers
forest,
on the
eh?
way. It's big, yeah.
Yeah.
Big and hilly, but
I'm surprised these guys know where to harass.
well, they do have a way of just, finding ways to get aerial views of this place. Yeah.
They also have drones like the Nihai, I see.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, have Bayraktars and such.
That's probably more like they've got a form of like psychic ninja that they can probably like astrally project across the
Yeah.
forest.
Canonical now.
It's actually called the sovereignty F-35. It's just a psychic ninja.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense to anyone watching this, but okay, because no one else will know what that is a reference to.
Off-camera bits are the best kind of bits.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. So he's still taking big sips from his water skin as you're all just sort of sitting around the fire. He's kind of shrugs. He's kind of sort of like keeping to himself. His body language is very sort of like defensive. He's got his arms wrapped around him, just kind of looking down. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if
Angrif turns to Art and says, "I really don't like this guy."
Do you say it like out loud?
It's like, who just, you know.
Like intending it to be quiet, but it's like basically a normal speaking volume.
Kind of turns around, like, you don't have to like me. I just have to do my job.
Okay, dude, whatever.
I didn't think your vibes are that bad.
I was waiting for someone to jump in and say, "Barb, you like everyone. That doesn't count." But
Yeah.
I was like, I could sense that was what was coming, but I just wanted to let it happen.
It's implied at this point.
Are we gonna set up watches for the night?
Yep.
I'm happy.
I mean, I don't need to sleep. I can watch.
Angrif just points at barbecue.
Oh,
Yeah.
Doesn't need sleep, right?
Nope.
Yep.
Just watching.
Okay.
Always watching.
So
Don't forget your ABBs. Always be barbecuing. I don't know.
I mean, we could.
That
but-
was-
Not in the forest. Danger of fires.
Yeah, you get warned by the local council not to set fires in here. In Ashfield Council, screwing me over again.
It always comes back to Ashfield.
It's always Ashfield. That's the thing. Nothing is ever not Ashfield related.
Off topic, but I was watching your latest video. I think it was your latest video, and they were talking about the Ashfield people being like, everyone wants to come to Ashfield.
Yeah.
Like, no one has ever said that in
No,
their entire life.
It was one of the funniest things I'd ever read was people being like, there are lots of immigrants trying to come to Ashfield. And I'm like, I've been to Ashfield. There are not people going there. Like, they're like, I'm going to be honest. No. And there's nothing like it's just like, they're like, oh, sometimes you feel like a stranger in your own country. Why? Because you saw someone with a tan? Like, what's going on, lads?
Yeah.
Like
if you went to Falkirk and someone was being racist there about immigrants, and you're like, "No, they're not coming here."
yeah, like, what I imagine happens is they go into Nottingham, and then they see, like, people, and they're like, oh, they're coming to Ashfield then. And it's like, two different places, for good reason.
I think they're happy where they are. Just some mates that Barry down the pub's got on holiday to Italy, came back with.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about Ashfield. Barb, you're on watch. You're going to need to make 3 perception checks.
Groovy. Okay.
Whatever.
I've never said that in my life. First time for everything.
Groovy, baby.
It's turning into Austin Powers.
What is happening?
This perception check was the cat's pajamas.
Right, 14.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Oh, that'll do it.
You see the entire forest, like, from end to end.
You become a
Go into detective mode.
ninja.
Yeah, you've become the psychic ninja now.
And the last one's, oh Jesus, another natural 20.
Wow.
Whoa,
Fucking hell.
Alright.
You
Yeah.
waste my rolls on these useless moments.
Okay. So on the final watch, you do spot, like, a small family of wolves walk by, but they don't seem interested in the camp. And you just hear them rustling through, and then they look over at you briefly, and you can spot them in the faint glow of the fire, and then they just run away.
Oh,
Cool
that's...
friend.
Yeah.
And the
Do I have to speak with animals? Probably not.
And the sun begins to rise, and the party
I've got to
wakes
speak
up.
with animals.
The party wakes up, and your halfling friend, your beloved halfling friend, sort of gets the fire going again and starts grilling.
We love him.
Starts, like, cooking some sausages he's brought along that he's, like, put on sticks. He just starts cooking them on the fire, looking delighted with himself.
Oh,
See, how can
rustic.
you not like this guy? He's got brought sausages. Everyone loves sausages.
Like, they're mostly for me,
Well,
but
this is-
people can have them if they
I
want.
take
Oh.
out a croissant from my jacket.
From yesterday.
Also cooking like a sausage on the
Slightly
fire.
stale croissant is...
Oh man, a stale croissant is just a sad experience.
Yeah, a bit of jam though. There's something. I'm bound to have some jam about somewhere.
Yeah. You're just rifling through your pockets for, like, continental breakfast stuff that you've pilfered.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I can find is the little plastic sachet things.
Yeah, oh
Yeah, yeah.
god.
There's an
If
old
you take out the jam, does like Elfin's power like flare?
Oh yeah, we've got the jam. Yeah,
Oh yeah, you do have, like, the various jams of Jamobbly.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a jam selection.
Yeah.
Infernal jam and a stale croissant. What more could you want for breakfast?
That sounds pretty good
It's
actually.
infernally good.
Yeah,
That's what it says on
I'm
the
just picturing
label.
chili jam now, which is delicious.
Chili jam is good, yeah.
Yeah.
and some. I've got some cactus jam in my fridge actually that I've
Oh.
yet to try.
That sounds
Did
really
you just pick up a
interesting.
stale croissant? Oh no. I thought you had one to spare.
Okay, unless the party wants to do anything or say anything in the camp, you can move on.
Just to try and coolly acquire one of the sausages, because at least it's not fucking perpetual soup.
He does offer it to you when he sees you reaching out.
I
Are you gonna take it?
semi-reluctantly take it.
Well, you would have preferred to have stolen it.
No, I just like okay, man. Thank you.
Barb is genuinely confused why these people don't like this guy.
Bob confused more at 11.
The Paladin of Tempus is shuffling his papers. The Champion of Tempus shuffling his papers, about to do the news. Gets the break the ticker, kicks in. All right, so
Okay, we can go adventuring. We can have a little ramble.
okay. They usually forage little ways from here, so we could probably find one of their parties if we're lucky and we're a bit quick. So, everyone's eating?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's about time he got a good roll on one of these. You make surprising progress, given how poorly you have gelled with this guy. You make surprising progress.
His allergies.
He's got over his allergies. He's keeping quiet. He's keeping focused, and he brings you
He's
to.
locked in.
He's brought you to, like, a little clearing with a stream in it, and he just sort of holds his hand up. He's like, "Okay." Usually, they'll send 5-6 people out on a foraging trip. Well, they'll send a bigger group, but then they'll split up into different parts. They'll start looking around here. Probably looks at where the sun is in the sky. Give it 10 minutes. I'm gonna make myself scarce because, sort of gestures at the bow. This doesn't really do me much good against Sovereignty's scouts. So, I'll be up in the trees.
Are there any traps around here we should know about?
Shouldn't be. He sort of closes his eyes and mutters a little incantation while touching the ground. I don't think there are any traps.
Okay. There's probably a lot of cover to hide behind, right?
Oh yeah. Lots of shrubbery, lots of trees. You can basically set up an ambush however you like.
If we have time, I might climb a tree, so I have better chance.
You have plenty of time. You have about 10 minutes.
Okay, then I'm going to climb a tree for a good viewpoint.
Hey.
I'll do the same.
I'm not going to do that.
Neither am I.
Stand right there with your armor out.
Can Helgato put like some sort of glamour on you so that when you hit people, it looks like you're doing some magic shit or something?
Ooh,
Well,
that's a cool idea.
That's an interesting question. Could Helgato do that? Let's get his.
He's got magic.
Yeah, he's got a charming aura, but I don't know if that means he can sort of give you like a magic sort of element to what you're doing.
He can only make Angrif look like handsome Squidward. He can't do more than that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he definitely could do that. It's whether he would do that.
Yeah. Like, I'm certainly willing to do deals.
We got
he's
attacked
drunk.
in the woods by the fucking biggest Chad that we've ever seen.
He was so sexy and so painful.
It must have been magic.
Fucking hell. Helgato's like, I will be willing to bargain with you. I love doing deals.
Don't like that.
But mostly I would like some fish, actually.
Yeah, we know you want fish.
We were at the stream earlier. I'm assuming we got some fish for him from the stream.
Yeah. You probably caught some small fish.
Okay.
Yeah, have some fish, man.
Yeah.
Can we make Angrif look like a demon or something?
What was
I
it
don't
you
know.
wanted him to look like? Or wanted the attacks to look like?
Maybe we should ask Angrif.
Wait, what?
Wait, are we making over Angrif?
Yeah, it's just like I mean,
What,
just,
looking fucking clone high? What the fuck?
I mean, you could do the same for me as well. Like, just for us melee ones that we don't look like so that when we hurt people, it looks like we're doing magic.
Well, I suspect the paladin wouldn't have any problem with that, considering he does magic.
I thought it just looked like he hit people hard.
Oh, the sword glows and stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
It's like holy energy and shit.
And I guess because he's the champion, he's of Tempus as well, that will put the fear of God into him a little bit because of the champion they're fighting. So maybe art should look like something else.
Yeah, mate, fucking make me look fucked up, man.
That's the formal request right there. Okay.
Yeah,
Just like
No further instructions.
And just to be clear, you wish this to be a temporary change.
Yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, the fish was sufficient. Sort of the cat just closes its eyes and
Yeah, I tickle him under the chin.
like red hot energy starts swirling around Art as he grows about another couple of feet taller, gets a good bit wider. Like claws coming out of his fingers, horns go around, black and red eyes, and he looks like a beast now. It's kind of like the like devil transformation in the Tenacious D film. It's kind of what it's ended up with.
I am complete.
I give a big old thumbs up.
He's got like the long goatee as well. Like
Great.
Okay,
Good stuff.
time for a rock off.
Yeah.
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 Does he feel the same?
Art feels the same. He's not like altered as a person. But yeah,
Still climb a tree.
yeah. Art climbs a tree with his cloven hooves and claws.
Crouch up there, just like,
Yeah.
I'm heading.
Yeah, he's like not. He's like.
If they
8
look
foot
up, they
tall.
will shit them up.
Yeah, he's like 8 feet tall now. He's fucking huge.
Damn, okay. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Elfin, are you up the tree or are you staying down?
I'm actually, yeah, I'll get up with the tree. 'cause-
Okay, so only Angrif is on the ground, and Helgato, who's taking a nap behind a tree. Having considered his work done for the day.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's made art into the devil. And now he is legally compelled to accept any rock-off challenge that is presented to him. Oh no. Okay, so are we waiting? Are you going to talk about what your plan actually is, or are you just going to sort of wing it? Are you archerizing?
I'm considering whether to actually destroy half their brains or just do a thunder. Because that would be more loud.
Brains? What?
I've got this spell called Synaptic Static, which will fuck up their brains. I mean, if they will survive, I think it takes a lot of damage. But they have muddled thoughts for a minute afterwards.
How much, out of curiosity, damage do they take?
8d6 on a failed save.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
On a fight? Oh, on a failed set, right?
Half as much as a success. Yeah. And half as much on a successful one. Or I could just do my full power Thunder Wave, which also does a lot of damage. Which also would mean they could report back. Which might be better. Actually, I'm going to do that. That's my plan. I'm going to hit them with a big Thunder Wave.
I'm gonna kill a few of them. As long as a couple survive, right?
That does technically meet the terms of what was offered, yeah?
Yeah.
What if
just maybe
when they
weird. I'm working with the Tempest guy.
Yeah.
What I think might be cool.
I'm the devil and I'm working with Tempest.
if Art, you can make a growling noise, and they look up at you, and as you spot them, I'll do the big thunder wave, so it looks like that you've blown them away.
Yes.
Okay.
Good shout.
And then everyone else can also do things, but that's.
Okay, so I just imagined that they challenge Art to a rock off now, and we have to do one.
If they do a natural 20 perception.
Yeah, I mean, they'll challenge Art to a rock off. I like that. That's the instinctive trick with devils that they spot in the forest, is to challenge them to rock offs. They know that they.
I'll be part of your band, Art. Don't worry.
Yeah. The devil's fine. The devil doesn't need. He has all of the musical talent of the devil as well. That's the secret part, that Helgato didn't tell you about. So he'll summon the drum kit, the insane drum kit, and just be fine. Okay. After a while. Oh, by the way, everyone roll stealth checks. Actually.
Oh okay. Christ.
Yeah, because that's going to be relevant to this. So everyone, tell me what you get.
Yes, critical one. Oh, critical fail.
I got a 30.
Okay,
I got 16.
Barb.
I got 18.
Your scout friend got 18, and Elfin got 18.
For reference, I got a 1 and a 5.
So you've got a natural 1.
Yeah.
I have a plus 12 to my stealth.
Yes, we know you're a rogue.
Okay, and Arzen got 18. Alright, okay. So after about 10, 15 minutes, you spot these lightly armoured men, mostly half-elves and humans, walking over with their red cloaks. And they're just sort of inspecting the bushes around where you are. And there are 6 of them. You're fine for that one. You're fine for that one. Fine. Still fine. This is not going well for them. Okay. The last one that's sort of walking under you looks up. He makes the fatal mistake of looking up and just spots Art in his devil form. And it's just like this, they just lock eyes. And he's like,
I immediately cast Thunder Wave in that case when they.
No, I will say we're from the Tempest guy. And then do that.
Just like fumble your words, say rock off, and then Thunder Wave it into a tree.
Does that say that in like a devil voice, or is his voice still the same?
No, just like that.
Yeah, just like his normal voice. He doesn't even do like
Yeah.
the like devilish voice. Doesn't even deign to do a villainous voice for it. Okay. You see him like grabbing his mate and being like trying to get him to look up. And Barb, you do have a clear line to just sort of thunder wave like all 6 of them.
Okay, sweet. Yes. Okay, fantastic. Let's see what happens. 32 damage.
Wait, do they not have a saving throw? They don't have to make a dex
Yes,
save?
16 They have to beat 16 Constitution.
Oh, Constitution. Oh, well, that's a bit better for them. Okay, fail. Fail again. Okay, fuck my life. What is with this? Okay, fail. Okay, yeah, alright. Great, they all failed.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, that was a 3, 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. What the fuck is that?
And they're all pushed. They all get pushed straight back.
Yeah.
10 feet away.
Yeah,
into trees, I imagine.
Yeah, they get pushed into bushes and trees. How much damage was it? 32.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all looking.
These guys are gonna feel like a demon just appeared and had lightning strike them.
Yeah, they're all like panicking. They're not even like engaging in combat. There's no need to roll initiative. They're not trying to fight back. They're scrambling and trying to run away already.
I'll say something cool.
Fuck off.
These are my words. Get out.
Yeah, Tempest will fuck you up.
Yeah, they're just running away. They've scattered and they're trying to find their way back through the forest. And Arsene kind of looks over and goes, "I'd say that's a job well done."
Yeah. Great stuff.
We finally did something someone asked us to do, and no one died.
I take out a croissant with my giant demon hands and stuff.
You have to like hold it with the nails.
How long does this transformation last?
Are you asking Helgato, who is awakened from his nap by loud noise? Like, I would ask you not to make such loud noise, but if you were wondering, it lasts for 24 hours.
Always read the fine print.
I'm fine. Do I look disgusting to Arsene still, do you reckon?
It's like, it's a better look for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Do we chase them or do we go back?
I guess. Is there another place where other ones might come together? We could go there and fuck those ones up too.
Oh yeah, of course. I can take you to another one if you want to do another one.
Yeah, might as well. Like fire them all
Let's
out.
be effective.
Okay. Yeah. Leads you very swiftly across.
Might make it seem like there's more than one demon working with them.
Leads you to sort of a riverbank where they tend to fish. They tend to go to fish real quick. Like, all right, they haven't got here yet, which is lucky for us. A lot of trees around, so you can probably do the same trick if you want.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I'll think of something better to say this time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Workshop it with the bard.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's in the trees again. Helgato's taking his nap. Angrif, what are you doing in this case?
I don't fucking know, man. Like,
Angrif is so
try and hide.
Angrif finds this so distasteful. Like, that's the thing about it, is how distasteful he must find all of this. I'm gonna let your stealth rolls from before stand as your stealth rolls again, unless someone desperately wants to reroll.
Still another natural one.
Now you can reroll them. That's mean.
Okay.
I mean, 3.
Oh, that's better.
Mine is only a 20 this time.
Oh.
I got an 18.
Oh, I guess I should roll Helgato's stealth, but yeah, well, that's a 31, so he's also taking a nap.
Also, if they saw Helgato, I think that'd be enough to make them run away anyway.
Yeah, this small cat that's billowing smoke out of its body.
16.
16, okay. again, it's a smaller group this time. It's a group of 4 sovereignty scouts. Again, lightly armored, not really looking like they're geared up for a proper fight. They take out like little fishing rods and they start looking around because it's fishing. It's really fucking boring.
Okay. What if he said, "Behold, I am this forest's guardian. This forest belongs to Tempus."
Okay. As you're workshopping lines, one of them does again look up and see Art, and he's just sort of he's like grabbing his mate. He's like no, I'm telling you, there's a thing in the tree. No, I'm like, look at the fucking thing in the tree.
As soon as another one looks, so there is confirmation it's more than one. Yeah. I immediately forget what Barb says. I say, I'm a different one from the other one, but we're still looking for Tempus. Wham! And then on that, I'm like,
and then Barb has to do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. 31 damage
like
if they
small delay.
31 damage.
Okay. Survives.
You have to beat 16 Constitution.
Fail. Okay, only one fails and flies off, but the other ones do take quite a bit of enough damage to be like, shit. They like leave their rods behind, and one of them just tries to throw a spear at Art and wildly misses and just hits the tree next to him, and then they're running away again.
You're shite at this.
Okay.
I feel like we're pretty good at this whole guerrilla warfare thing.
Yeah, this is definitely much more my speed than Angrif's.
How you doing, Angrif?
Hanging in there.
Okay. We'll
Like,
fight someone face to face soon, I'm sure.
I'd set it up an ambush, just absolutely not.
Angrif
Nice
fucking hates
at
it.
all.
Angrif fucking hates this.
Anywhere else? Are we good?
Well, they'll probably already be there, so setting up an ambush would be a bit more challenging because we'd have to approach, gestures at Angrif quietly.
I mean, we could just go and just attack them with it. Angrif likes an honest fight, so we could just do that. Let's just fuck.
And if Art leads, I'm imagining the intimidation alone from his current form would give us an advantage.
Okay then.
Yeah, and I can definitely think of something better this time.
Can you though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm imagining Angrif sitting there and like elephants braiding his.
Right. Azin leads you away to another one, and he sort of like tells you to like get down, crouch. You got to do the stealth crouch. Like,
Yeah.
By my count,
Giant demon.
Yeah. By my count, there are 6 of them out there. So go do your thing, and I'll support with my bow.
Okay. What about Angrif? You're gonna have to go more forward this time, right? That's not the right word, but.
Take point, I think, is the technical
Take point. Thank you.
Sure.
Could you walk straight behind him?
I guess
So,
like
like,
Angrif could go first, and then I could sort of join in from like round a flank and sort of sneak in from that side.
I'm imagining you like a stand, like you're standing right behind him. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would freak them out more to be like, "Oh, it's a Tempest," and then be like, "Oh, it's a fucking horn." Fucking guy, like
a fucking horn fucking guy.
Yeah,
like, a horn
what
fucking
I mean.
guy would be very strange. I'll give
It would.
I'll give him that. Yeah.
Okay, are we rolling stealth?
Or are you just charging in?
I'll roll stealth because I'll at least go around the flank.
Okay.
Yeah, I would rather not be spotted before they're already engaged.
Okay,
Yeah.
who's stealthing then?
Well, I rolled an 8 just for the sake of argument, I guess.
Yeah, just in case.
I rolled.
I got an
28.
18. Oh.
What did you
17.
get, Barb?
18.
Oh, again.
Mm-hmm.
How did our lad do? An 11. Okay. So you're all...
Elfin stealth?
Oh, I already got it.
Yeah, I got
17.
17.
Which is
Nice.
an improvement of 1.
Although last time I had to add the D10, so
Yeah.
it was the 4.
Okay, so what is the sequence of action here? You see a group of them sort of foraging for berries by a bush that you're kind of stealthing near. Kind of like a layer of bush away from them.
I mean, it feels like the most the sensible, obvious thing would be something like I walk up to them because I'm basically terrible at stealth, like declaring something, and then the rest of them fucking their shit up.
Good plan. There's one that's just like
I
not
agree.
particularly concentrating on where you are picking berries, and also eating the occasional berry.
I mean, if they know that a Tempus follower is back, that's big. That's big news.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
Okay. So begin the plan. Wow me. Show me how this version of the plan works. Sell me this pen. The D&D equivalent of sell me this pen is happening. Like
Tempus, it's toasted.
they call him Tempus.
But the Red Knight, she's a stepdaughter, not his real daughter.
They don't know that. They don't tell you that in the books.
Very attractive.
She's got a mask on, we don't know what's beneath, but I bet she's hot.
Yeah. No, I just thought of a horrible line to say. No, move on. Move on. Move on.
Stays on, doesn't it, folks?
I'm doing the Skyrim stealth move in the grass.
Yeah. Whenever the character stealth, I imagine the like Elder Scrolls stealth.
Yeah, I'm like,
I never imagine like anything that's actually stealthy or remotely useful.
Like Dishonored.
Yeah.
at one point I like get up and I'm like, oh no, I was already in stealth.
You open your inventory, go back down.
All right, Angrif, I think you're up because you're going to have to initiate this combat.
Okay. Well, I will walk up to them and claim this forest in the name of Tempus.
They look. The one that's picking berries. Who'd you go to? The one that's like picking berries closest to you.
I just sort of bellow at all of them.
They look. They're all looking around at each other.
Can I roll intimidation on that even?
Yeah, roll intimidation. Go for it. That's absolutely a valid. If you're trying to intimidate them, go for it.
That is a 22.
Oh shit! I'm rolling for him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So as you bellow this at them, a bunch of them just sort of drop the berries and sort of stagger back, and they kind of look at each other at this like armored this maniac who's emerged from the bushes and just screamed at them, and they've gone just go, don't even ask questions, just go.
While they're running away, I want to hit him with a thunder wave again.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll run out the bushes like, and I'm here too. I found one.
I'm here too. A third one.
I love how you've counted out the exact number of these things they will have met, so it looks even more like your one thing. There's this very inarticulate devil thing in the forest.
Art is having the time of his life.
Yeah, Art loves this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, roll.
Do you hear there were 3 different devil guys? They're like, sure.
There were 3 different
There were
devil
definitely
guys.
3 because one of them said
There's
that
3
I'm a
of them.
third one.
Yeah. I don't know. Did any of them say there was a 4th or a 5th? I'm taking.
There are at least 2 more.
Are you thunder waving them as they run away?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Thunder waving them goodbye.
Okay. Okay, like 3 of them get knocked down into trees and bushes, but the other 2 are just like, fuck. And they just scatter into the forest.
See, Angrif, you can join in. It's fun.
I'm having a whale of a time.
Angrif
That is actually one of the happiest I've seen him.
Yeah. Arzin sort of drops down from the tree. Right. Probably a bit too late to get any of the other foraging parties, so we should probably start making our way back to camp.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah.
I
Job
love it when
well
a plan
done.
comes together.
Yeah. Gotta say, the devil thing, very cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, maybe you are all right. We'll see.
So he waits for you all to gather before he sort of walks you back. He's like, we won't be able to make it too far back. We'll probably have a good half day's walking tomorrow as well. Just because, we've spent the day scaring the shit out of the sovereignty. Which is great fun.
To be fair, not that I don't like Art's intimidation form, but I feel like if with him like this, we might be in trouble.
Oh, well then, it's a good job we're going to have to spend the night. And then he'll be back to normal tomorrow, probably, right? That's what your cat said. Your cat that billows smoke and smells like brimstone.
Yeah, it's a normal cat.
Yeah? Is that what they're like on the island?
Team normal cat.
Yeah,
they all look like that.
My up and normal cat.
Okay. He leads you through the forest without incident, and you're in a sort of little cub in the sort of in the forest where you can set up a decent camp. And you're not doesn't look like you're going to get bothered too much by the local wildlife or by the sovereignty, possibly. And yeah, he sort of immediately sets up this fire and starts cooking more sausages on it. No, you can all have sausages if you want, by the way.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah, and also he sort of pulls off his bag and pulls out a mini keg of beer.
Did you brew this?
He's all of a sudden Art's best friend.
Yeah.
Were you saving this for when your work was done, and that's why you weren't drinking the night before?
That's exactly right.
Okay. Well, I also crack out my tankard that has there's a magic beer one.
The copper, yeah. Is the beer in that any good?
Hey, it'll get you through it.
Okay. He gets his little half pint tankard and pours himself out a little drink for himself.
I imagine when Art's in devil form, he has to drink it like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like as if you in normal form were drinking out of the halfling's tankard.
Did you brew this?
Oh, well, truthfully, it was a neighboring village that brewed it.
Oh God, he's going to tell us about IPAs.
I'm not boring. I'm not a boring wanker. I'm a bit.
You from those?
I'm not a dickhead.
Is it from those guys over at Brewhound?
No, God. That's an Islander thing. I think you'll find.
Oh.
Mm.
Been
Yeah,
there too long.
I always prefer a weather shovel, to be honest.
No, Weatherspoons is canonical in this setting.
That's true.
If you recall, Weatherspoons is canonically in this setting, so you could just say Weatherspoons.
Yeah.
It's just that there is a guy called Weatherspoon who owns it.
Yeah, Mr. Weatherspoon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Green King, but there's actually a Green King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's great provider of vegetables across the land.
The Hungry Horse, the Enchanted Horse, it's also there.
Nothing like the horse and horse.
Yes,
though.
the horse and horse.
That's true.
Thank you, random tavern name generator, for the horse and horse.
One day I'm going to set up a community-owned pub and call it the Horse and Horse.
That'd be so good.
What is the sign going to be for that, though? Because we imagine some horrible shit for that.
Oh, it's got a horse with a little horse on top of it.
That's what I imagine.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Warhammer, how they have a small lizard riding a big lizard sometimes.
I'm
it's like
very familiar
that
with
horses.
that,
Yeah.
What if it was like a horse, but a centipede kind of a configuration?
Oh my God.
Everyone hated that.
Yeah, everyone disliked this. What the fuck was that? Okay, I'm going to assume Barb is on watch.
Always, yeah.
Yeah. Who's partaking in the drink then? Art is, Arzen is. Anyone else partaking in the beverage? Elfin, you having a drink?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm drinking out of my
Magic tankard.
Magic tankard.
The halfling actually pulls out a full pint tankard and pours out one and offers it to Angrif.
Nah, I'll take it.
Yeah. It is a really nice beer on a nice warm evening. The humidity's even sort of faded away a little bit during the day. It was actually quite a comfortable, warm evening.
Would anyone mind if we took a 5-minute break and I actually get a beer?
It's not a bad call.
I would not mind. That's completely fine because everyone's going to sleep and it's fine. So, all right, party's going to sleep, and we'll take a 5 minutes, and then we'll be back. All right.
Cool.
See you in 5.
See you in
All
5.
right.
Okay, we're back. We are back, and someone is fussing the cat.
Oh, yeah.
She's rubbing against my leg.
He actually got a small glass.
I actually got a wee
Yeah,
beer
he
as
got
well.
like a little glass. Yeah, all right.
I got some iced tea, but it looks like beer, so you can imagine.
Yeah, nothing I could have done. I don't need to tell you what's in here, but the fact that I'm drinking it out of a straw probably tells you what drink it's not.
It's probably coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me, a famous coffee drinker, especially at 7:45 in the evening. Would be
It is iced coffee weather, though. It's proper iced
It is,
coffee
yeah,
weather.
because there's a
No,
little,
I assumed it was hot.
It's 10
Drinking
a.m.
hot coffee
somewhere.
through a straw.
yeah. There is a little van, like a tea van that does like white chocolate matcha lattes. So I go there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I go there if it's very warm. It's very good.
You should do a TikTok influencer video about it.
Oh no!
Oh, strudel. Oh, okay.
You can see the tail of the cat in your face.
She's gonna lick the keys on the keyboard. She likes these. She thinks they're delicious.
Okay. On that note, the party wakes up in the morning, having not been disturbed by anything, and yeah, your friend Azan already up, ready to go, drinking water out of his water skin. And Art, you're still in the demon form, but probably will be for another hour or so.
Cool.
You didn't sleep especially comfortably. It's weird with the horns. You couldn't find an easy position to sleep in.
You like dig a little trench for them on either side of your head.
Yeah, you have
Wee
to.
hole.
Yeah. Okay.
In the arse.
It takes a little bit longer than you would expect, but after just a bit more than like half of the day, you're coming in just like 2 p.m. kind of back into the camp. As you're walking, Art has sort of transformed back into Art, as promised by Helgato, and you have walked back into the camp. And Azan's like, "Well, it was interesting to see the ways you guys take care of some of these things." But yeah, if you ever need guidance through the forest, at least the north part, I'm sure the champion will put us in touch. But best of luck.
Thanks, man.
He's just sort of
I feel like our methods are effective. I hope you enjoyed our company.
We grow on you like a tumour.
Yes, I suppose that's an accurate description. It was perfectly pleasant after some initial friction. Anyway, good luck, tall folk. He sort of gives you a little salute with his staff and just sort of walks off.
Still got a shit haircut though.
Yeah, he still has the bowl cut.
He can grow it out.
It does seem like the camp itself has returned to the state of order it was previously in. There are not many floggings happening.
Not many floggings.
Yeah.
A day with us away has restored order.
Yeah. Order has been restored in the camp. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
Weirdly, a couple of us were in armies. You think we'd have learned discipline at some...
Yeah, but you were a cook, for one.
Yeah.
Which is weird because
I'm a deserter.
You're a deserter. Angrif is probably the one who's best suited to military life, but has never been in an actual army in his life, I don't think.
And I'm
not a conventional army, no.
Monastic order. Teutonic. Basically, I'm imagining the Teutonic order now. Is for some
We don't know what Elfin's militia was like on her island, you know?
Did they have police? Did they have militia? I don't know.
Oh my god, there's 5 guys there and they're all cops.
Britain!
Should we go check in with the champion and tell him about what a good job we did?
I think that's warranted.
Yeah. Okay, you walk through, you spot the same guards as from the infamous Hangover day.
Mm-hmm.
Give him another pickle.
They look.
I crack open an old jar that's got pickled eggs. And I crack out an old pickled egg.
Please, God, no, please. Just.
Sure, pickled
egg.
egg.
I'm fine. Just go in.
There's something about pickled eggs. Pickles, for me, that great. Pickled egg, for some reason, that makes me feel like gagging.
I once saw a friend of mine in first year at university. She bought like a liter-sized bottle of pickled eggs. and got really drunk one night and came into her flat and just sat there eating them.
Oh my god.
Like 40 pickled eggs,
I-
just over and over. And like her fake eyelashes had gone down by the side of her head. She was sitting there slouched like,
As soon as I heard first year of university, I was like, I knew exactly where this story was going.
It was one of the most repulsive, artful, depressing things I've ever seen. And we weren't drunk. We were like, it was like a Wednesday night. We were
Wednesday night and you weren't drunk. What you do? You know?
Yeah.
It was,
what even are days when you're an undergrad?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? It was Tuesdays where we'd get really fucked up at uni. Barb knows where we would go on Tuesdays.
I love it, mate. Love it.
I love that we probably knew each other from before, but never.
I'm so confused. So for people who aren't aware, I've introduced the same circle. None of us had met each other. I'm so fucking confused.
Yeah.
We were on all the same circles at the same time.
Yeah, same city, same circle, same time. Just never met properly. Weird.
Crazy.
What a weird thing life is. Same places, like
Exactly the same bars on the same nights.
Yeah.
Like,
weird. Anyway, you spot as you go in, you see the you see the champion is talking to one of the half-elf woman that you've seen him sort of when you first came. He had like 4 people in his tent who he was talking to. This is one of those 4, and he sort of looks past her at you. He goes, well, conquering heroes. So the smiles. He actually gives you a genuine warm smile. He goes, we can catch up later, Para. I've got to talk to these wonderful people who have absolutely done a brilliant job.
this is the best, most praise we've ever got in this whole campaign.
Yeah,
Like an undercurrent of sarcasm there that I really don't like.
This the sort of half elf is dressed more like sort of like a peasant militia type. Sort of like, you know, she's got like a halberd and doesn't, you know, she's not like heavily armored or anything. Gives a sort of polite bow to the champion and walks out. And he sort of eyes you up and he goes, I'm astonished that you've come in your human form, Art. I didn't know you had it in you.
we've all got tricks.
Yeah.
I could was at least 3 different demons.
Well, the spies I have in their camp tell me they're absolutely terrified of the specifically 3 devils who live in the forest.
Yeah, yeah, and who work with you.
Yes. He sort of takes a minute. He's like, so I want to ask you something.
Are we in trouble?
Not in trouble as such. I just want to ask if, like, certain concepts haven't been explained to you by Brother Angrif before. You are aware that, like, I am the champion of a god and not a warlock.
Yeah, but sure, but like they were working with you as like, you know, a demon could be a friend of a god.
And demons not switch sides?
Brother Angrif.
A devil, sorry.
Yeah.
Brother Angrif, have you met many friendly devils in your travels with these people?
We met at least 2.
You have.
At least 2.
At least 2.
I have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
He's like, God's below. It's just like,
You know, there's the one in the labyrinth, very nice guy, and there's
Lovely
also
guy.
Jamobbly. If you've heard of Jamobbly,
Jamobbly.
that's
yes, everyone's
Yeah,
heard
you-
of Jamobbly. He's the jam devil. We know.
yes.
Lovely guy.
He does well in jam.
Yeah.
He speaks Spanish as well.
Span- Okay. Hispanian. Right, but you like I appreciate that the plan worked and they are terrified of it. I just didn't feel like I needed to be specific about not disguising yourself as a devil. Otherwise, solid 8 out of 10 effort all round, I would say, actually. I'm not, like, mad. I'm just curious as to why you made the choices you did, more than anything.
Well, to
If
be
you're
fair,
asking why they're like this, that's a line of questioning that will not get you anywhere.
No, I'm beginning to see that. But, Brother Angrif, have you not explained what, like, a god is, or what a paladin is, or what any, like, any of this stuff?
Be my guest.
He kind of eyes up the party, and you can tell he immediately thinks better of engaging in this. He's like, well, regardless, you did a very good job, and I'm very impressed. You have scared them, even if you might have undermined the sort of point of what we're doing here a little bit, but it's nothing we can't smooth over because it might just all be bullshit. Because
if I may make one small excuse, Champion, I just think that they will never see this devil again.
Yeah,
you can always say that it was in their heads.
Yeah,
and just to be clear, I didn't specify to dress up as a devil. I just said to Helgato to make me look kind of fucked up.
Helgato, the cat that you have?
Yeah. Oh, another nice demon. Yeah, devil. Sorry.
That's true.
That one is a demon, to be fair.
Demon, right, okay.
That one is a demon.
Yeah, we've met like a bunch of nice ones.
Yeah, weirdly, they're the most charming characters that you encounter.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm starting to think the heaven and hell dichotomy is a bit overplayed in the...
Yeah, sorry if the rigid morality doesn't have it in itself for a bit of moral complexity, brother Champion.
He just looks at Angrif like, is this what you deal with all the time? He's giving you that look.
Every day.
It's a wonder you don't kill them in their sleep. But you are effective, and as far as I'm concerned, the deal we made before still stands. We'll have to wait at least a day to see if that's enough to goad them into something stupid or into sending an emissary or something. So, make liberal use of the camp, if you like. The amenities, not the alcohol. We've put that on lockdown.
Make liberal use, like go down water slides and build big walls and knock them down.
I mean, if you can build a water slide out here, it would probably give away the location of the camp, so I wouldn't advise it.
All right.
Yeah. If
and then in the morning we go?
Well, in the morning we'll have to talk about what next if they haven't responded or moved.
So they should be coming here.
Well, something should be happening. If we've scared them enough, they should act.
So we shouldn't get the whole camp drunk again.
Definitely don't do that.
Right.
Lucky you're
guess
you're not formally under my command. I wouldn't have let it slide otherwise.
Slide.
Hmm.
Anyone have great water spell?
I mean, we could go and go and deal with your shit, Barb, right?
Yeah. I mean, we need like a body, and that's hard to come by. So for now, unless something happens,
I mean, does this guy know anyone hot and evil?
That's true. Actually, that's the one thing we haven't asked. My other option, apart from contacting your friend, the Red Knight, was to acquire a body of someone hot and evil. And I can use that body, because they don't deserve it.
But why would they... But why does it have to be someone hot and... Wait, because you're killing the person, right?
Yeah, I don't want them to... If they don't deserve to live, but they're also in a body that I wouldn't mind living in.
So they have to be hot for an aesthetic preference.
Yes.
But they can't... But they have to be evil so you can kill them.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the most sense you've made since coming here.
Thank you. You know, my soul is snapped in two, so it's not really my fault that I don't always make sense.
Well, I mean, I've been in the camp this whole time. There's not, like everyone who's like as attractive here is on my side, and therefore I would assume good. So would probably be a hard no, really.
You know, spies in your camp.
None that I know about, but if you want to go looking for spies, as long as you don't kill people on sight.
Arzen mentioned that mean-looking lady, elf lady.
Oh!
Ask him if she was hot.
You mean the one that pestered his village?
Yeah.
I think they killed her and probably put the body.
Oh, they did, didn't they? Yeah.
And they probably killed her a while ago. And in this weather and in this kind of place,
This weather.
yeah. Although it was a year ago,
It's
so I
fine.
suppose this weather would have been irrelevant to the problem.
We're making progress. When we go to the city with a Red Knight Temple, we can discuss that. Or if we come across someone sexy and evil. Until then, I'll just assume, unless someone finds us, that we're going to have to wait a little bit, and that's fine. We're well on our way. And besides, we're on Angrif's quest right now.
Do you want to find someone sexy and evil, Angrith, just for your own fun?
Does it? In the end, does it really matter what I want?
We're here.
We came in for you! We're still acting like ourselves, but we did come here for you.
Angrif is the perfect Labour centrist in that he's getting what he wanted and he fucking hates it.
You have to also conform to all my expectations. What about you, Elfin? What's your plans for the next 10 years?
The champion's like, do you have to have this conversation in here, or...?
She's very quiet.
Well, we're having it now.
Hey,
Are you
cast
busy?
Misty Step.
Out the room. Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Bye.
Cloud of dust. Gone. Like...
Is there anything around the? Is there any work around the camp you'd like us to do while we're here? I mean, we made ourselves useful.
Camp mostly takes care of itself, to be honest. Not really very much to do. I suppose there's scouts could always use some help mapping out the forest, but they usually have a pretty good handle on that sort of thing. Maybe there are some sovereignty prisoners that you could interrogate.
Oh, we can destroy some
God.
psyches.
Don't kill them, or like...
No, I just mean like, bring a desk.
Just be like this, but in front of the prisoners.
Yeah, you think this is annoying? Wait until you're actually on our bad side.
Yeah.
This isn't your bad side?
Oh no, it gets
that's
much
true.
worse.
What's the worst thing you've
I'm
ever done
just
to
gonna
someone?
I'm just gonna back off slowly out the tent.
Let's not go there.
It's the worst
Yeah,
thing I've ever done
Misty
to
Step
someone.
is really good.
I do have Misty Step, I think. Yes, I do.
Out of the tent. Immediately out of the tent. Like...
Right.
Keep it out of mystery.
I just look at Angrith.
Did anything important happen?
There's some prisoners we can interrogate. How do you feel about talking to prisoners?
Yeah.
Probably not going to be too keen if we end up torturing these poor people, but...
I mean, we could just go to sleep, but that's the other option.
Well, you can hang out in the camp and do whatever, or talk to the genie, or,
Yeah.
I assume Barb's only interrogating them to find out if they're evil or hot.
Yeah, you go to the interrogation,
That's
there's an
true.
evil hot captive. You've not imagined enough.
You never know.
You have displayed a lack of
It's called
imagination.
reconnaissance.
Okay.
Are me and Angrith just still in the tent?
Yeah, you're just
He's
still in the
standing there
tent.
saying
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
while he's doing his work at the table.
Yeah, while he's presenting the news.
No. I just look at Angrith and like,
Let's go.
okay.
If you want to eat at the table again, you're welcome. But otherwise, make liberal use of the resources of the camp.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, good luck.
Bye.
I like how Art just refuses to communicate normally with anyone. Like, just straight up, it's a refusal to engage with anything. Okay, you go outside, you find Barb and Elfin, who have mysteriously misty stepped next to each other.
Yeah.
Good aim.
Wait, I mean, do you want to go to the prison and see if there's anyone who's hot and evil?
I mean, I'm just shooting the shit, but we can have a look. There's no harm in looking.
Like going by the dog pound. Like
Yeah, like who's the sexiest prisoner. This is weird. The weird kinds of evil I extract from you people in this campaign. Like, what am I?
Is it evil to do a beauty contest in prison? I don't think.
I think it's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, which of these bodies should we steal?
Yeah, like.
It's going great.
I'm still hoping on getting a generated body so we don't have to feel bad. But if they're evil enough, it could justify it.
Yeah,
you can make up like a form for them to like check boxes to see how evil they are.
Exactly.
Like, would you kick a dog in the street? Rate 1 to 5. Like,
okay, you make your way over, and you do spot in the pens. There's about a couple.
Pens?
Well, yeah, because where else do you keep prisoners? They've constructed pens to keep them in. This is a done thing. You spot about a couple dozen soldiers, all men, all kind of like shackled, and just kind of sat there. None of them look especially good, considering they're just sort of caked in mud and terrible hygiene, as your friend Arsene would point out.
I mean, I don't want any of these bodies, but we might as well do the contest while we're here.
do the content, like see which one
is the most evil.
Give them a sort of sense of joy amongst it by like
exactly. They need something to do.
Are you wait? Are you going to do like a beauty
pageant
for the a beauty pageant for the prisoners? So we're doing an Always Sunny episode. Is what we're doing. We're doing it again.
We could put on a show.
Oh no!
Oh my Christ!
Oh my God! We've gone from something unjustified to something fucking insane.
It's simple logical steps.
This party voluntarily lives in unreality, like the gang. That's what's happening. Like.
We don't have to do it. If you guys, you don't want to do it, we don't have to.
I'm still on board.
Okay. So what's the plan here? Tell me what the plan is. Are you going to build like a little stage and have a beauty contest for the prisoners?
100%.
I'm gonna like make sure the build a stage like in front of all the pens, so you can walk up to them and ask them questions.
So are you gonna have like the soldiers gawk at the presumably like attractive men? And
yes.
As part of it, are they gonna have to display a secret talent or like tell you what their one wish would be, or
as long as I can do it from inside the cage because I'm not breaking the rules.
We will. So we have got to prestidigitate them so they're cleaned up.
Yeah.
And then we've got to give them like, okay, so here's the deal. This won't we're not going to let you go or anything. Like if you win, it's just sort of to make you feel good about yourself. So if you've got like a talent or a joke or a story or even just something that you want to share, we're going to give you a chance to like strut your stuff.
Okay.
Have a bit of fun.
Beauty
and
pageant. Just making notes. Don't mind me.
Is this a list of our crimes? Is this a crime?
No, I don't think this is. Well, I think technically prisoners of war being made to perform for the entertainment of their captors.
We're not making them do it.
If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. This is just for your edification.
This is entirely consensual.
Precisely. Well. Okay, we're going to set aside the argument I'm going to have there for 1 second. Precisely, none of them are convinced that this is a good idea.
Or we can prestidigitate them to be cleaner and then see how they feel.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's clean them up.
Yeah, prestidigitate. some of them are quite good looking underneath the mud and the sort of soddenness of their clothes.
Yeah.
And you actually notice that one of them is kind of like a slightly larger half-orc.
Okay. Maybe we could give them a prize?
What would a prize be? Aside from
What can you give-
self-esteem.
Yeah.
Freedom's a good prize, one of them sort of calls out.
That is a good one. You're the funny one.
This is.
How about...
You are torturing these people. Still somehow ended up torturing them.
Are you sure you don't want to... I mean, you're just sitting there in this cage. It might be fun.
Roll a persuasion check. Give it.
Can I help?
Listen, I would want to do anything. Like my AD, I would... Any opportunity to do something else.
Okay, give
Can I help out to give advantage?
Yeah, sure.
Good, because that was a natural one.
Can I?
Okay, that's a 31.
But they initially seem very reluctant, and then they're like, "Yeah, well, just stretch the legs, get moving a little bit." Yeah, and then suddenly all 24 of the prisoners are now on board for the beauty pageant.
That might be too many contestants.
Yeah. I'm okay, and the guards are on board as judges as well, right?
The guards are looking at each other. Sure, we can judge. Wait, did the champion...
And make sure they don't run away, obviously.
Did the champion give you permission to do this?
Shit.
Yes.
Oh no, we're gonna have another Nottingham on a Friday night scenario, aren't we? We're gonna have another... Okay, roll persuasion. Roll deception on this one. Oh, balls.
Where's my
Oh
deception?
no, they're gonna believe him.
I'm helping out.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I want any part of this.
And yet you cannot leave.
So I have a -1 to my deception for some reason, but I rolled a 19, so 18 overall.
Some of them seem like taking him by the end. They're like, "Oh yeah, sure, of course he would have given permission for this." And then one of them sort of turns around and goes, "Don't be stupid. Why would the Champion of Tempus have a beauty pageant for the prisoners? Like, think about it."
Maybe we should... I'm going to ask. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to go and ask.
You're going to make us go back to the champion?
No.
Make him
You
come
stay here.
all
You
the way
get
out here?
If you can get the champion to come out here and tell us, "I want to throw a beauty pageant for the prisoners," we will throw the best beauty pageant in history.
Okay, you stay here. You oil them up. Get them all ready. Ask them some basic questions.
Oil them.
We're oiling men up now? What is going on? What is this campaign?
I'm
You
going
wouldn't give prisoners out on a road.
Yeah. This camp has suddenly become a camp.
Yeah, it's just we're doing all of the Always Sunny episodes at once. We're gonna oil up
Happy
these
Pride
people.
Month.
Like, yep, Happy Pride Month, everyone. That's like I'm just more worried about like the way that this has become like 3 different Always Sunny episodes at once. That's kind of what I'm mainly worried about. Okay,
I'm gonna go to the champions.
Okay, you have entered the champion's tent, and he's sitting there, kind of. He looks like he's scribbling out some writing. He's some things he's written and writing again, and then he spots you, just covers up his papers. He's like, "Yes, hi."
Hey, brother champion.
Or something.
Sorry, what was that?
Does he think we're going to copy off him or something?
To be fair, we don't know his plans. Maybe his plans are different.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, brother champion. Short, quick thing. Probably not that big a deal. We were thinking, the prisoners, they've been sitting there for a long time. Maybe give them a little bit of enrichment.
Enrichment like a dog.
We thought we could give them a little something to do in between their imprisonment, and we'll, do a little beauty pageant. And then we'll let them back in, and the day will go on as normal, but the camp will be entertained. They'll be not as bored, and they'll boost morale.
His expression has not changed. But you immediately get the sense that he is extremely unamused by this idea. Like, they're, so, I understand that, like, you're not like, you've not been in the military for a while. I understand that. And, and I understand that, like, you don't you haven't necessarily you haven't been here long. You don't know how we run things.
Half my soul's in a knife.
We'll put a pin in that, but we there's no way in hell I'm letting you do a beauty pageant for the prisoners.
Is it because you want to join in? You can come up.
No, I don't want to join in. I don't want there to be disorder in the camp, especially when there was disorder 2 nights ago.
What if it was very orderly?
How are you going to do an orderly beauty pageant with the prisoners?
If they stay in their cages.
Right, but how are they going to do the beauty pageant things? The cages aren't big enough for them to like properly stand up and flex in.
So you have thought about it.
I know what a beauty pageant is. I've travelled.
I'm well travelled. We can't do a good enough beauty pageant.
Yeah, he's like, look at it. No, like everyone in this camp wants to throw the best beauty pageant. That's the problem. Yeah. That's the obstacle now.
Well, that was just my offer to you. We could let them out the cages. We have all the guards there.
One at a time. Art comes in from us outside. One at a time. And also, hey, just throwing it out there, they might be more willing to cooperate if they're see us as allies, as friends. It's like a sort of good cop, bad cop scenario.
Good judge, bad judge.
Roll a persuasion check.
Elfin come in the last minute as well. Everyone just slowly filing it.
Now it's like a disadvantage roll because Elfin showed up and made it awkward.
But even because I'm coming in to help.
Yeah. I think Art has. I think that he doesn't dislike anyone in the party, but he is deeply suspicious of why you would want to do this. So I'm gonna say
I rolled a 19.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get his sheet up so I get this right. So it's a 19 he has to beat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what his wisdom. What's his wisdom on? Oh, okay. Oh, it's like that, huh? Okay.
So if his wisdom is above the persuasion, he wins. He's too wise to have a beauty pageant.
Yeah.
But if it's below, then he's
he's unwise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, for the full sake of transparency, because I find this so funny, tell you exactly what he rolled. He rolled an 8. I think it's funnier for you to know what he rolled in this situation. He's like, okay, one at a time. I mean, what could go wrong, right?
Yeah, the guards do want you to come out and confirm it.
Oh, they want me to go out and say it?
Yeah, just confirm that we're doing this. Yeah.
Okay, he walks out, and he's just he's like in his armor still. He's got the sword that people tried to steal. He walks up to one of them and goes, I heard you've been stopping these people from trying to do a beauty pageant for the prisoners? It's like, yeah, we wanted to check with you first. Barry, you ass, if they say do a beauty pageant for the prisoners,
Barry.
do a beauty pageant for the prisoners. Like,
there's a Barry's in the camp?
Yeah, there's Barry, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and also, why aren't you at your shop? We're sponsored by Barry's, and you're not at the Barry's stall.
Is this the eponymous Barry?
No, because there are multiple Barrys, remember?
Oh, right.
Yeah, because there's Barry Prime.
But they were clones of each other.
They live in a barracks.
Yeah, they all turned on Barry Prime, as you'll recall, and then made it a cooperative. Which is canonically true in the setting that this is, yeah. And so,
person number 1, who's going first?
Okay, a lot of the prisoners are just like they're all just like Lucius Renus and Pullo from Rome is what I imagine is what you're dealing with mostly. There's like the half orc who's a bit more of a beefcake, I guess.
I feel like Titus Pullo would love this.
Yeah,
so
Titus
more
Pullo,
I'd
be all over it. I remember the episode where he became a celebrity and just like went back to Rome to get laid despite being severely injured. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's a bunch of very dour, miserable looking like humans and half-elves, and weirdly like the half-orc seems pretty into it.
Yeah. We are going to need some music Barb for the
Yes.
walks up and down.
So are you?
Okay, I will perform. I will get my fiddle out. We're gonna play it all.
Canteen music.
Yeah, I've got a little stage made out of like
Okay.
crates, I guess.
So are you?
I'll get a single drum and a snare and make up.
So are you involved in the show at all?
I think Angrif should be a judge.
I am. Angrif would not be a judge.
That's the politest way that could be put. Honestly.
Fuck no.
I want it to be like that meme of like oh god, what the fuck's his face? How am I forgetting that like obvious Simpsons characters? With the meme with the women. God,
around Smithers.
Smithers.
Yeah.
Why did I forget Smithers'
yeah.
name for a second there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. But it's Angrif instead of Smithers.
I mean, Barb obviously has to be the presenter, like a sort of Hunger Games style presenter of
Yeah.
this. Like, the guards can be the judges.
Because Barb is like made of wood. It would really suit her to look like how Frank Reynolds looks in Frank's Little Beauties. Actually,
Yeah, we just paint a face
yeah,
onto Barb.
exactly. Get a mortician in to do her makeup.
Elfin can
Got
be
like a
judge as
RuPaul
well.
mask or something. I don't know.
Angrif can be.
I guess we need to ask them if they have any talents that they need us to.
Yeah,
sort of
Yeah, we're gonna
facilitate.
fill in a little form.
What's happened is 8 of them are gonna perform, and the rest are just kind of like they're gonna be in the crowd, sort of in the cage, clapping their mates on.
Mhm.
So you got 8 of
Okay,
them.
that's like
Yeah.
And we're gonna ask them what's their talent.
Okay. What's their talent?
What would you do as Miss Camp? Miss Camp?
Miss
Yeah.
Camp. Miss Camp.
Mr. Camp, yeah.
We've
What do you mean?
swung
What would you do?
one
What powers
horse
would they
race.
be afforded if they were?
Yeah. I want the world peace speech
Yeah.
from them.
What's your perfect Sunday?
Like one of them's like, I have to say, killing unarmed prisoners, which is a bit awkward given the situation I'm in, but I'm being honest about it.
It's got a sense of humor as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a
guess- and
23.
if there's a draw, they can lip sync for their lives.
Exactly.
Fuck's
What
sake.
song? What song is the lip sync song?
What songs exist in this universe? I don't even know if
you
we
can
know.
breathe it into the world if you.
It's like medieval stuff to be like lip syncing to fucking green sleep.
Green sleeves.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 23 for performance.
Okay. You're opening. So the entire camp has shown up, right? And everyone is drinking now. Just to be clear, everyone is drinking again.
Oh my Christ alive.
Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary
What?
people,
What?
elves, dwarves, halflings, humans,
Dragonborn.
tieflings,
Also,
dragonborn,
lizard folk.
lizard folk.
There's
Yeah,
like-
I'm
there's
so
like a-
woke. I have to say every race whenever I introduce people.
Yeah.
I'm doing a land acknowledgement.
We're gonna do a land acknowledgement. Yeah. Oh.
And all other races, welcome to the first Camp of Tempus beauty pageant. That's because of-
but for guys.
yeah, for the title of Miss Camp. This is the first of many, and will happen every single.
How long are they gonna be here in this camp?
We don't know, and that's the problem. Anyway, bring out our first prisoner.
Okay, opens with your tightest pillow. So like, sort of short hair, kind of tall, muscly human comes up, poses for the crowd.
Yeah,
I was like,
good shit.
yeah. Like,
What is your name, brave prisoner?
God, I'm gonna have to get the Roman name generator up for this one. I don't fucking have one for any of these people. It's Cassius.
Was this not what you were expecting to happen?
No,
Jason?
weirdly, no. I didn't expect we would do a prisoner beauty pageant. I have no fucking clue
Didn't
what's.
plan for that one, huh?
Okay, Cassius is contestant number 1.
Cassius, what would be your perfect Sunday?
Ooh, well, I'd have to say, really good day is when I get to go down to the baths, get nice and clean, and then I go out and I gamble in the taverns.
Ooh.
Oh, we love a gambling man, don't we, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, gambling in the taverns. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, let's see if
What?
luck's in his favour.
And what would you do with your title as Miss Camp?
well, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was invented today, so I don't really know what powers it gives you. Perhaps you could be more specific.
I will not be more specific. You have to be inventive. That's the challenge.
Then I would like to leave. Actually,
Boo!
you get the feeling you're gonna get that answer a lot.
What's his talent?
And what, pray tell, Cassius, is your talent that you're going to show us today?
Well, he sort of he asks for the guard swords. I can juggle swords.
Well, you can do it with balls as well.
Well, I can certainly do it with balls, or I can do it with animals as well, or swords, animals, anything really. Just tell me what to juggle.
Animals. Chickens.
Okay, the camp does have like animals running around, so you produce like 3 chickens for him, and he does deftly juggle these chickens.
That is actually deeply impressive. Imagine seeing someone
is.
juggle chickens.
All right, so
That
I'm gonna write
is.
Cassius Chicken Juggler in my notes. This is gonna make so much sense later. I'm gonna have to come up
With a
with
score
so
of 10 from the judges.
People always forget what Muhammad Ali's name was. Converted to Islam.
Oh no! What? Who are the judges?
You said they were guards. They're
Yeah.
just random guards. I think that's you.
Elfin. How about Elfin
is
could be a
also
judge as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3 guards you have judging, they each give him like 8s across the board.
Okay.
Elfin.
Oh, she's really thinking about it.
Yeah.
I give it a 9.
A 9.
A
Whoa.
9. Oh.
Much better
There
than
we go.
Much better than June Part 2. Just for anyone noticing. anyone counting.
I give
Thank
it
you.
a 6.
Thank you, Cassius. Please
Okay.
return to your cage.
It's like,
Let us bring out the next prisoner. Give it up for Cassius.
Okay. Now a half elf, kind of short, kind of longish blonde hair comes up. So gives a friendly wave to the crowd.
Please introduce yourself and tell us about your perfect Sunday.
I'm Marcus, and my perfect Sunday involves spending the day with my wife and child.
Aw, don't we love it, folks? We love a family
Yeah,
band.
people are like, yeah, I mean, I don't really like that, but okay. Like, you hear like people mumbling like, the reason we're here is to not be with our wives and children.
We hate our wives and children.
Yeah. Strangely high divorce rate in this army led by the bald religious man. Anyway.
What would you do with the powers of Miss Camp?
Well, I would like to send a letter to my family to let them know I'm alive.
Boo!
People are booing
No
now.
communication allowed.
Yeah.
We could actually ask about that, but maybe when the war is over. And what was the last question?
Special
What is your talent,
Like,
Marcus?
I'm trying to think of what would be an
You come up with
impressive
10
talent.
talents.
I'm gonna come up with 10. No, I'm gonna come up with 8 talents, and this is. I am not a talented. I'm not a person who has like performance talents, so I'm just like struggling here.
You might be talentless.
Yeah, he might be talentless. He's like,
Yeah, and my talent is doing a nasally impression of an interdimensional politician.
yeah, weirdly, I'm very good at that. I can do the worst voice you've ever heard. He's just then enters into, I will change the things that need changing. And everyone's like, oh god, oh no. Sounds like, everyone just like,
And if our ears have recovered,
yeah.
I'd like to hear the scores from the judging panel.
Yeah, the judges did not like that. So it's a 3, a 2, a 4 from the
0.
a 0.
Oh,
Yeah. Keith.
sorry,
I'm
Marcus.
gonna write Keith voice next to him. Okay.
Looks like no letter for your family for
Okay.
you. Get back in the cage.
Yeah.
More of a curse for the talent.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say, just for the sake of not having to be trapped in this bit forever, that we're gonna skip to the half orc next, who's the last contestant, because he's probably the last one who has anything to offer. So this quite tall, muscular half orc walks on. It's like, "Hi everyone."
What is your name, my friend?
Strike a pose.
Oh yeah, he does like a big he's shredded. He's beefy. He's shredded. It's like I'm trying to think of a good name here. Name's Tiberius.
Tiberius.
Yes.
Tiberius, what is your perfect Sunday? It is.
Well, my perfect Sunday, I sometimes like to ride a horse out of the city into the country, have a picnic, sit in a field, have a nice day, by a stream. Really good.
Very hot.
Very good Sunday.
Okay. Alright.
Now, what is your talent that you've brought here today?
Oh, you've missed the question. What would he do with the title of Miss Camp?
What would you do with the title of Miss Camp?
Well, I would assume that the title would come with a lot of prestige and fame, and so I would quite like to, if anyone out there is looking for a friendly guy to hang out with, that's me, your man Tiberius.
We like this guy. I think we like this guy.
Everyone's gonna love this guy. I've made the most charming, unnecessarily charming character here.
He doesn't even know.
Tiberius, my friend, what is the talent you've come to show us today?
I can consume a gallon of beer in one go.
Bring out the gallon! Bring out the gallon!
Yeah, it's as if here's one we made earlier. There's a gallon of beer, and he just lifts it up, and he's chugging.
Yeah, we like to drink with Tiberius. Tiberius is a mate.
And he successfully finishes it and just throws down the basket, the bucket you've given him. Is just like, yeah, yeah.
Can't beat a university education, can you?
Yeah.
Crowd goes wild.
The crowd's like, yeah, we're pretty drunk too.
Now, the judges, what is your score for our lovely Tiberius?
It's a 9, a 10.
And a 10.
And a 10. Which means Tiberius.
I think
Tiberius is Miss Camp.
We give him a sash?
Yeah, you give him
a sash.
Camp.
A flower crown that we made earlier.
Yep, flower crown.
And escort him back to his cell.
Yeah, now he's back in jail.
Is there some decoration around the cell?
Yeah. And another tankard of beer in there for him.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like,
when they come to break out the prisoners, there's this guy just in a sash and a flower.
You hear him talk, he's like, they're really nice people, these ones.
Hey, and if you ever want to talk about any military strategy from your army, you know where to come.
I'm just flirting with the prisoners now.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, well, deals can be made.
Deals can be made. Yeah. That's true.
He's going to make the deals that need making.
And now I'm going to go to bed before I cause any more trouble, because clearly...
Yeah, the camp is already spiraling out of control. It has already spiraled, frankly, out of control. And once again, you see halflings outside of your tent, but this time they're actually fighting each other with their staffs. But they're doing Darth Maul flips and shit. They're just losing their mind.
Oh my god!
I would like to go back to the champion's tent to let him know that there is one that the strategy has worked, and there is one guy who might be willing to talk about their about the other side.
I have to be honest. You've exceeded all of my expectations. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go discipline every soldier in this army so they stop drinking.
Just as a note, though, when I walked in, was he trying to hide his papers again?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Can I do a perception check to see if I glance at what he's hiding?
Yeah, I guess if you're close enough, you can try. Yeah, go for it. And see if his... Okay.
That is 22.
You can't read, the specific... You can't, glean any specifics, but it's formatted like it's a letter.
Okay. Interesting. And with that, I'll go to bed as well.
Okay. Okay, everyone, you have returned to the tent, I assume. Order is slowly being restored to the camp. The champion haven't learned the lesson from last time. There is flogging again.
I'll communicate to everyone what I saw as well.
Okay.
That he was writing a letter, and that's what he's been trying to hide.
Angrif, do you think it could be anything dodgy?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Because you know the guy, if Art discusses the letter, do you think he could be writing anything dodgy?
Well, I mean, as far as Angrif's concerned, the guy's on the up and up.
He did beat you in a fight, and that does mean it's all, Gucci.
Yeah, someone who wins in a fight could never be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we're really learning the wrong lessons from this campaign, I gotta say. Really difficult.
So the fucking parade of war prisoners was like, no one was turning an eyebrow at that. But when the paladin is like, oh well, people are stronger than other people sometimes. Eyebrows are being raised.
It's the moral positioning of the winner of the fight is the right.
I mean, that could have what we just did could have just been the ending to Paddington 2.
No, there weren't enough dead monarchs at the end of that.
I think Paddington is like a demon. It's like actually, I'll write this down. Next Warlock I'm playing. Just Paddington.
Warlock of Paddington. Yeah, why?
He's the angel of death.
Elgato kind of walks out. He's like, what if the letter's just like personal business of his?
Hey, it could be.
Possibly.
I'm not saying that it's like evil or bad. I'm just reporting.
Well, I'm a cat, and he probably assumes I'm just a cat. I can walk in and have a look.
Are you not billowing smoke?
Oh, well, yeah, that minor detail. But, it'll probably be fine.
I'm not against this.
Angrif, I'll leave this one to you.
Oh, Christ.
Just in case, Or we could send Elfin's cat. More subtle.
Can Helgato not billow smoke?
Well, it's a bit difficult for me to not billow the smoke, but I can try. You see this sort of smoke get contained for a bit, and he looks like he's visibly. He looks like he's like filling up with
like a balloon.
Yeah.
I guess what you could do if you're caught is just say you were looking for fish.
Well, that does usually work.
Yeah.
Also, he might have fish, so
he might have fish.
I feel like it's worth a look.
If anyone's got fish.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, if that's all, I'm away to spy on this man.
Cool.
I'm just going to start keeping watch until he comes back.
Yeah. Fucking hell. What does that mean?
I was going to lie down on his bed and just say, we did a good thing today.
Are people going to debate the morality of what's happened today? Because I just...
Okay. It's objectively better than accidentally burning down our... So...
Oh yeah, this is the least evil thing you've done. Evil thing you've done in a while. Like
the least evil thing.
Yeah.
We've just done some rehabilitative justice.
Exactly.
I guess. Right. After about 20 minutes, Helgato comes back. Well, it was just a love letter, so I don't really understand what the fuss was about.
Who was it to?
It was
We don't need to know that. Okay, fine. I'm curious.
It was to that witch you mentioned that you met.
Oh.
Oh, now it's like gossipy. Now we're doing... Yeah, he kept crossing words out and trying to write them again. He didn't seem sure about what he wanted to say.
Isn't he a scribe?
Not a scribe of love.
I imagine it's rather more difficult when you're writing to someone that you're infatuated with.
I mean, I get it. She was hot. Yeah.
Well, if that's all, I'm off to sleep. He didn't have any fish.
Oh,
I might go looking for some fish.
Yeah, you do find pretty much immediately some of the foraging parties from the who'd gone out to rivers that have like some small fish.
Come back and give it to Elgato.
Elgato's like, thank you kindly. I'll enjoy this.
Now to wait and see who comes as a response to our shit stirring.
Okay, does the party want to do or talk about anything else before you go to bed? Or address anything?
What could we possibly need to talk about?
Or summon any genies or anything like that?
I don't want to disturb him unnecessarily.
He's literally bound to your service. There's literally only necessary, like...
No, I feel like I'm a burden on him a little bit. It's fine. I'll deal with that emotion later on.
I'll deal with this horrible, like, sense of just, like, a gap in my soul later. This thing that this being could fix with a snap of his fingers. I'll deal with it later.
But I feel like it's going to be traumatic enough if I do it without a body. I feel like it'd be better to do it at the same time. Because if I get reunited with it and then I being my true self and coping with having robot bodies, that's like a whole different thing. I've seen Doctor Who. I've seen how the Cybermen back.
Anyway, okay, party's asleep. And you wake up in the morning, there are no floggings because preemptive measures were taken. So they're
Preemptively flogged.
They were preemptively flogged.
Yeah.
Everyone was put on notice.
Specifically, halflings were flogged in particular. Like, oh, I know you've all been hiding booze in this camp. And they have. You have noticed that they have poorly hidden booze under rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Where are they even getting it from?
Well, they're resourceful.
Crafty bastards.
Yeah.
Just lining up next to Art's tankard with like copper coins.
Yeah, and that's just where they're getting it from. Oh, God.
Art's making a fucking killing.
Oh, no. Right, next morning, there doesn't seem to be any strange activity in the camp. It is just people going about their business, some a bit more slowly than others, some clearly a bit sore for reasons that should be kind of obvious. And you go by the prisoner's pen, and your man, Tiberius, has been given drinks all night by people, and is still quite drunk. And is just yelling out, 13th!
I mean, no to 13th, but yes to you.
Yeah.
It's uncool to count your drinks.
Yeah.
I high five him.
Yeah. It gives you the high five back.
You can't.
So, we had any visitors in the night?
Oh, so many visitors. Ladies, guys, it was great.
Ah, this guy fucks.
Even as a prisoner of war, he still fucks. I had a fantastic time.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. Some said it was unethical, but you seem to have enjoyed it, so...
Yeah, exactly. If one person enjoyed it, how could it be unethical?
Exactly. Exactly, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Is it true what they say about the Champion of Tempus, then?
What about him?
That he frees slaves and doesn't, that he's gonna get rid of slavery and such. That he's, actually open to hearing intelligence and stuff.
Yeah, that's Angrif's whole thing is anti-slavery, right?
Because, like, I know where legates are sometimes.
All right.
And
well, who knew that this fucking beauty pageant would yield results?
Yeah.
And you were against it.
We should get the champion and get this guy to have a wee conversation.
I think so.
Right. So you are you going to instruct a guard to take him to the champion?
Will we hold off just now and then just wait for what the champion has to say, or?
Yeah, rather just turning up with the prisoner in our hands. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll give a word to the champion.
Well, thank you very much. Well, the people in the camp are still sneaking booze to me, so it's good fun.
Well, you keep taking that booze, my friend.
Oh, I will. You never know when it's gonna run out. or when your luck's gonna run out. He pulls out a water skin of wine he's been given by someone and just starts chugging the wine.
Are we on spring break? What the fuck is going on?
This is the worst camp in history.
We finally do Angrif's quest, and he's just like, God sake!
Until you arrived here, this was a good, well-organized military camp, and now you've had one massive piss up. You've had a prisoner beauty pageant that has led to another piss up.
Yeah, we turned up to the armies of Gondor and turned it into a fucking, like, Spring Breakers movie montage.
Yeah. We're going to be doing, like, a National Lampoon film now. Like, that's what the fuck's going to happen. Fucking Camp Van Wilder's going to show up.
So they got to the captain's tent then?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk in. You spot the champion. Again, he's hiding his papers. And he's just sort of sitting kind of awkwardly.
How much time is he spending writing this love letter?
Can't get as you heard from Helgato, he can't get the words right.
He can't spell her name. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Do you need help? Do you need help with this, mate?
With what?
You keep hiding paper from us. Are you okay?
No, I'm not hiding paper. I'm just disorganized. I've got a lot on my mind. What? Good morning. Sorry. Beauty pageant was a roaring success.
As we promised.
I was really surprised that it didn't devolve into a complete catastrophe with the prisoners leaving.
Thank you.
I mean, hey, if there's one thing we know, it's how to effectively administer a beauty pageant in a prison.
I really don't have enough data to dispute that, so I'll have to take you at your word.
I don't suppose you've had any diplomatic visits during the night?
Well, no. It's a strange thing. They seem undeterred from their current course, which means we'll probably have to escalate slightly.
Well, we just got some word from our Miss Camp.
Oh yeah?
Asking questions if it was true that you were really freeing the slaves and listening to intelligence.
Yeah.
And said that he might have some information on where legates are.
Oh.
If you were amenable to discuss terms. He is also very drunk. And not to suggest anything unethical, but that might give you some sort of discursive advantage.
So basically, the wine has started kicking in, so I can pretty much name it. Okay, bring him to me.
Grand.
Yeah, you can feel free to leave him with me, and you can all go about your business at the camp. So you don't want to hear me bore this man into joining our side.
I wouldn't mind listening in.
Okay, so he sends the guards to go get Tiberius, and Tiberius walks in, and he's like, "Oh my god, the Champion of Tempus! Right, I'm going to tell you."
Fanboy.
Yeah, he's like, "You are much shorter than I expected." But also,
struck.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have been doing nothing but drinking and fucking several of your soldiers all night. So I'm here to talk deal. Freedom in exchange for information on where every single legate in the province is, which cities they're administrating, garrison sizes, which garrisons drink the most, where supply depots and supply chains are.
Best shags in the military bases.
Yeah. And also which military bases have beauty pageants. It turns out it's none of them, but still, that's information. Also, I can tell you about Lucullus Rufus's catastrophic erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know why.
This
we make fun of him. And also the governor of the province is bald. And also adulterous.
Propaganda campaigns are useful in war, Angrif.
It's true.
Yeah, the fact he's bald, come on.
Yeah.
Fucking Christ alive.
So,
How can he raise an army if he can't even raise himself?
Fucking hell.
wasn't what I was going for, but okay. So Tiberius, like the champion, just like pulls him over to a map, and he just starts like a copy of a map of the province, and he just starts marking everything. He's like, "Oh yeah, this is the city where we're turning a temple of the Red Knight into a temple of Mars Victorious." And
which city is this?
It's a city on the north coast called Dunon.
Okay.
And he's like, also, this is another city where we're building a temple to Mars. And this one. And this one. Actually, we're building a lot of temples to Mars, now I think about it. Also, they don't have as many men as you think they do, because a lot of the men don't really want to be there. And they're like this type of person, points at Angrif. You know, locals. They don't really want to fight with them. They probably secretly want to betray the guy. You could probably get someone to sneak over there and get them to defect.
This is all sounding pretty good. You see what good a beauty pageant can do? No response.
And
from
you
Angrif.
wanted us
Okay.
to torture them.
Are you addressing this to the champion?
Yeah.
I'm considering forcing someone to do a beauty pageant a form of torture.
I mean,
No
just
one
clearly
responds.
that's untrue.
Also, all of the magic users who know how to create water and food, weirdly, they all live in the same camp. So if you burned that camp down at night and killed them all, well, then they would be fucked if you cut off their food supply from foraging and also from the supply carts.
We could probably do that.
Yeah.
You're going to kill an entire, 5,000 people. Yeah, it's normal for you now. Just killing them in their sleep with fire.
Let's take orders from the champion rather than coming up with them ourselves. I think he's shown himself to be a very good strategist.
And
It does feel like things are starting to get a little bit out of hand.
And Tiberius kind of takes a step back. He's like, I am, pardon me, sir. Just vomits aggressively on the floor. I'm
I feel like we should be on like a yacht or something, and there should be like beads.
He's like, and so, champion sir, can I assume that I have my freedom and can take my leave? He's like, well, I mean, yeah, I suppose you could just stay and fight for us. It's like, I'd love to, but I really want to leave and go. I might go to the islands or something. You know, see the world a little bit. I hear they have a really terrible system of government over there.
Not to jump on your toes, champion, but we probably should verify some of the information first.
Yeah, and the other one you can verify for sure is whether or not that guy has erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Oh, we should just run with that one. That one's obviously true.
Yeah, that's about a person we don't like and we think it's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, well, Tiberius, I'll tell you this. We'll let you go after we win the campaign. How about that? Like, seems fair enough. Fair enough, Chief. But do I have to still stay in a cage or anything like that? No, you can just stay in their tent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I was like, all right. And if I should want to defect and fight for you, well, if you want to do that, I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities. For now, sleep it off. You know? For goodness sake, take a bath. Okay. Tiberius sort of staggers away, having vomited. Does take a step in his own vomit and is like, oh god. Okay.
I'd love to get a new party member in this scenario.
One of you could just become Tiberius if you die. That is like a valid option. But Tiberius is staggered away. And the champion's like, well, I have to say, his handwriting is terrible, but the map is useful.
Do you want us to go verify some of the information he gave us?
Yeah, a pretty easy one to verify would be those location of the camp where they keep their create food and water mages. Probably an easy one to verify. Supply depots and stuff like that. You can send other people to deal with that. But something like that sounds like it needs a lot of firepower. Emphasis on fire, because their camp will be very flammable, probably.
Angrif points at art.
That's his speciality. But for now,
You'd be very happy.
you should really give us some time to send out scouts to at least get some lay of the land. You'll head out tomorrow. In the meantime, any business you have to conduct, feel free to conduct it. If you need anything, ask. And yeah, don't do any more beauty pageants, because I don't think we're going to get anything better from any of the other ones.
Don't worry. If that went so well, I'm not risking doing another one. We're undefeated.
100% success rate somehow.
Somehow,
Honestly,
for the worst
I think
idea
I've been
in
on
history.
ecstasy for the past day and a half, so I don't know what's happened.
Okay.
This is the most Barb plan we've ever done. So.
Okay. Is the party leaving the tent then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you are outside the tent of the champion, we'll wrap it up there. Also, I'll show off my new book for D&D notes.
Ooh.
Very nice. But yeah.
And we still haven't got caught up by those magistrates.
Yeah.
To arrest us. We're doing pretty well.
Yeah, the magistrates haven't caught up to you yet. The ticking time bomb. But yeah,
They never will.
hope you all enjoyed that. That was one of the most deranged D&D sessions I've ever done. Bar none, I think it might be even most...
Still got it.
We started on like a high of derangement with the sort of demon shit,
Yeah,
and then
like...
it got worse.
Yeah, it degenerated from... Like, I didn't expect it to degenerate so quickly.
It was all a success, though.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back possibly in 2 weeks, we'll have to see, but ideally in 2 weeks we will be back, but if not, we'll be back eventually, or we'll be doing, we'll figure something out, that's what it is. But yeah, alright everyone, good night, we'll see you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Right.